Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? It's so good to see all you lovely people on this Saturday night. Sunday night. See, I'm all confused. I don't normally go live on Sunday nights, but I figured because the kiddos don't have school tomorrow and it's Memorial Day. Happy early Memorial Day, everybody. And it's Memorial Day. Why not go live for a little bit? And then of course, I go live tomorrow night too, which that's my normal time. But I hope everybody is having a lovely Sunday night / morning or whatever time zone you're in. Hopefully, y'all are having a good one. Trendy, say goodnight, everybody. Look at all these wonderful people in here. Yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. And thank you, Dumpling, for dropping my link, honey. You didn't have to, but it means a lot to me. Thank you so much, honey. I know some people didn't know who I was, but that's okay. They'll eventually get there. But it means a lot. Thank you so much, honey. What's up, little Ghost Devil? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Ghost Rebel. That sounds pretty spot on, brother. It's good to see you. Long time not see you. Hello, Rocket Queen. It's good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well. Hello, BM. How are you doing, sweetie? It's good to see you. Hello, Kristen. It's good to see you, love. Ghost Devil says multiplying. There will be more. Okay. Little Ghost Devil, Ghost Rebel, Ghost Devil. Okay. All right. You gonna confuse me, Ghost Devil, Ghost Rebel, Little Ghost Devil. Okay. Hey, Brittany, Blue Eyes, Dumpling Bomb. Woo woo. Yeah. I tried to be in there as much as I could, Dumpling. So I was like, I want her to know that I'm in there trying to support as much as I possibly can. Hello, Mr. Michigan. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yep, you're making your rounds. You staying in the fam. You're staying in the fam. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope your wife's doing good. He said it was a ghost. Ghost Devil said it was a ghost. Hello, Evie. It's good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Pat Gaines. It's good to see you, love. I hope you are doing well, honey. Brittany Blue Eyes says, going to grab some food. Be right back. Okay, Brittany, honey. You're probably back by now. Possibly. I don't know. Some of y'all was already in here, so I'm probably in the earlier comments, but it's all right. Let's see. Hello, Tasha. It's good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Hello, Tutti Fruity. It's good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Dumpling. Like I said, thank you so much, honey, for the shout out. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it, honey. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hello, country brother. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. BM, honey, anybody can. I haven't set up my not bot is set up. Anybody, you don't have to be a mod. Just letting you guys know. Anybody that wants any kind of link, like whether it's my PayPal, Cash App, my email, my text now number, my Facebook, anything like that. All you got to do is do explanation point and type in like PayPal, explanation point, type in Cash App, kind of like what I put in what I put in the chat, and give it a couple seconds, and it pops up the link right underneath it. Anybody, you don't have to be a mod to do that. I'm just kind of letting you guys know, just in case if y'all need it, it is available for anybody to do. You just have to do the explanation point and whatever, like explanation point email, explanation point Facebook, Cash App, PayPal. You just have to put the explanation point in front of it before Nightbot will share it. So I just want to let anybody know you don't have to be a mod to do it. That's the easiest way if y'all need it. Let's see. Hello, Kristen. It's good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like, well, I'll show you on the screen. That's how you do it. You put the exclamation point, and then you put the PayPal or Cash App or email or Facebook or whatever you want to do. If Nightbot doesn't recognize it, of course it won't show. But typically, PayPal, Cash App, Facebook, email, and text is the typical ones. So if by chance you type in something else, it won't accept it. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. All right, let's see. What's up, Darcy? It's good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well, honey. Well, Dumpling, now you do, because all you have to do is do the explanation point and do PayPal. Anybody can do it. I'm just messing with you, Dumpling. And plus, if anybody, just letting you guys know, it's also scrolling at the bottom of my screen too. It's always scrolling at the bottom of my screen, and unless I'm like doing some kind of copyright or something like that, it's always scrolling at the bottom of my screen. PayPal or Cash App. Just a little, just let you guys know. Let's see. Tattooed Rebel, good to see you. Hello, see you later, honey. It's good to see you, darling. I hope you're doing well. Well, thank you, BM. You didn't have to do that, sweetheart. Thank you so much, honey. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you, honey. Hello, Justice Jane. It's good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Miss Ann. It's good to see you, honey. I hope you're feeling better. Much love. You're welcome, Mr. Michigan. Hello, Becca. It's good to see you, honey. I hope you're doing well. See, ain't that cool, BM? So that's why, for future reference, like PayPal, Cash App, it's really cool. And like I said, you don't have to be a mod. So it's just kind of future reference. And it works the same exact way on Rebels too. We got it set up like that. So that way you don't have to be a mod if you needed that, or if you wanted to share it, or if you want to not to put it on there, just to kind of share it. If it hasn't shared in a while, you're more than welcome to do that. It's the same exact way on Rebels. So it's really cool. Let's see. I hope you all are having a great Memorial Day weekend as well. Y'all, please be safe. And if y'all are drinking, just make sure you have a designated driver. Just be on this, just be safe. That's sorry. You don't want to hurt nobody. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just please be safe if you are drinking and driving. Please be safe. Hey, Miss Joan. I hope you're doing well, honey. It's so good to see you, love. Oh gosh, Justice Shane says, I've got poison ivy. I've been working in my flower bed. Bless your heart, honey. That's terrible. I hope you got you some medicine or something to take care of it. Itch you to death. I hope I did not miss anybody. If I did, I apologize. But like I said, I have two screens, and I try to explain it, and that's why I always look sideways, because this is my YouTube screen that I read off of, and my camera set to this because it's a smaller screen. This is the one that I look at is my StreamYard screen, and it's on it's like more of a TV screen, and I don't, even though I have glasses, it's still better for me to see it looking this way. So I'm looking at this chat rather than this chat because it's smaller. We call it smaller font. So I'm looking at this one. So I hope if I didn't miss anybody, it's not my intentional. I hope everybody is doing well. It's so good to see all you lovely people. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are having a great Memorial Day weekend, and have had fun times with your family, or have stuff planned for tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing well. All right. Yes, make sure you guys hit that like button when y'all come in, and subscribe if y'all haven't done so, and share. Let people know about our great channel, our positivity channel, mental health, awareness, support, motivation, encouragement. Like I said, we're all about positivity, lifting each other up, but we also talk about mental health and well-being, and PTSD, kind of all the about all the above, but on a positive platform. So if we talk about mental health, then we kind of try to turn it positive, so it's all about positivity, lifting each other up, being there for one another, being the good in an evil world, so without for let's see. Oh, without further ado, tonight we are talking about, and I'm still learning myself, we are talking about what is gaslighting. I know some people might know what gaslighting is, and I have been, and I won't say by who, but I have been asked by a few people to kind of talk about it, and I'm just like, I don't really know. I don't really know what it is. So, but I mean, I'm still learning. Let's see. I'm sorry, I don't want to miss nobody. Hi, Wild Angel. It's good to see you, darling. I hope you are doing well. Hello, Tennessee, sweetheart. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Nani of 7. I hope you're doing good, honey. I hope you're feeling better. I know PTSD and anxiety surely sucks. Trust me, I know it. It's terrible. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to, because I suffer with it myself. So I put my junk on the back burner just to bring awareness and support for you guys. I would much rather be there for you guys than y'all be there for me. I've always been like that. I have humongous heart, and I would rather bring awareness and support out there for you guys to let you guys know that you're not alone, that there's somebody to talk to. There are good people in the world, and I know a lot of you guys follow true crime, and I follow it to a certain extent, but it does mess with me. It's very traumatizing, and I know certain people it is traumatizing too, and some certain people they don't let it get to them as much, So it really bothers me, but I try. Sometimes it's worse than others, if that makes sense. So if you suffer with mental health, that this is the channel to come to get some encouragement, motivation, some positivity. You don't have to deal with no drama because I have excellent minds, and we're not going to deal with it. We shouldn't have to. You want a positivity channel to get healing, to get you some encouragement, to get you some, like I do quotes on my short videos every day, to get you some lift each other up, support, motivation. No, it's all about that. It's all about being the good in an evil world. And I think that, I feel, in my heart that we are going to make a difference. And I appreciate we have 507 subscribers, and it means the world to me, guys. I know that a lot of you guys have told me, and like I said, I'm not patting myself on the back or nothing like that, but it really, means a lot to me that a lot of you guys have told me, and I mean a lot of you guys have told me that there is not one channel that's like mine. And like I've told every one of you guys, if by chance there is one like mine or similar to mine, I will go over there and support them, because I'm all about supporting, everybody, especially with mental health, because, it just lifts their spirits. It lets them know it's okay to be yourself, because you're not alone in this world. You're not suffering by yourself. I mean, granted, we all suffer differently, but, we can still be there for one another, so that's kind of what my channel is all about, lifting each other up, being the positive change in each other's life. So tonight, I mean, it might be triggering for some, and I apologize. I'm not intentionally meaning to. We're going to talk about gaslighting, what it is, but we're going to turn it as to how you heal, if that makes any sense. So I'm not intentionally going to trigger anybody. I know a lot of people, they might not know what it is, and then again they might know what it is, what I'm saying, because when I was told that I might possibly need to talk about it, I honestly did not know what it was. So I'm not saying that you don't or you do, but me myself, I had no clue what it was. So I just figured, we could bring awareness and support to one another if you have been through this. And as much as I have read about this, I myself have been through this with growing up being bullied, and I'm not going to go through massively. I'm just saying I myself have been through this, growing up being bullied in school. Y'all have heard a little bit of my story because I'm an ex-preacher's daughter. So a lot of people put me up on a pedestal because I was supposed to be, like high and mighty type thing. I was supposed to be, better than everybody else. They're supposed to be this way and this way and this way, and I wasn't. Also, my sperm donor really put me through the ringer, and I personally believe that he gaslighted me as his own flesh and blood daughter. But that's the only two times, and maybe a couple times by some friends. But personally, I think the worst. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. Personally, I think the worst was from growing up from my sperm donor. So, that's just my personal opinion, and but I just want to bring awareness and support out there and let you guys know I'm here for each and every one of you guys. Y'all are not alone. And we're going to talk about, like I said, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about how you can heal from it, which is the positive side of how you can heal from it. So You're welcome, Justice Shane, honey. Really. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It truly means so much to me. Truly means so much to me, guys, that y'all come in here and support me. I couldn't do this without you guys. And like I said, I suffer myself. So it really, really means so much to me that y'all come in here and, let me know, that it's okay for me, to suffer because y'all come in here to support me as well. But like I said, I would rather put my junk on the back burner and be there for all you beautiful, wonderful people. And that's what I do, you know. But unfortunately, like I have to say this every time because I just don't want, I'm protecting you guys as I'm protecting myself. Y'all are inside my house and, I'm part of the house. Y'all are underneath it. And I'm not going to deal with especially sensitive subjects like this. And I'm not trying to make it triggering for some people. I'm just trying to make it informative. So I'm not meaning to make it triggering, and I apologize ahead of time. If I do, I'm so sorry. And like I said, I'm trying to make it into positive. But so I'm not gonna, nobody's gonna bully anybody in here. Nobody's gonna start any crap. If I go, it's not gonna happen, guys. It's not gonna happen. I won't block anybody, but I have excellent mods that know how to time people out, and they will if they need to. I don't like to be mean to nobody because I have as you guys know, I have a humongous heart, and I don't like to be mean, but if push comes to shove, I have excellent mods, especially for sensitive subjects like this. I'm trying not to make it really sensitive, but people could take it that way, and I don't mean to. So I'm just saying, my mods are on. I'm just letting them know, be on high alert just in case. I hope not, but just in case, because I will not put up with it. Period. Will not put up with it. Y'all shouldn't have to put up with it. I love each and every one of you guys, and even the new people coming in. I love you guys too, and I'm going to protect y'all. Y'all shouldn't have to deal with it. This is a place to kind of heal and get positivity, and shouldn't have to deal with no shit. So don't start no shit. There ain't going to be no shit. You can come. Everybody's welcome. You can come in here and get encouragement too. Just don't start no crap. Be respectful. Period. Okay. It says tonight we're going to talk about what is gaslighting, how can you heal from it, also how does it pertain to our mental health and well-being. And my hashtags is gaslighting, heal, support, awareness, trauma, which is PTSD. I think it could be a form of PTSD. Well-being, motivation, positivity, remove the toxic fake friends, toxic family, toxic workplace, which we will talk about. Encouragement, you are not alone and there is hope. So that's what we're going to, those hashtags are going to cover what we're going to talk about tonight, guys. Yes, positive vibes all the way around, please. Especially, like all the time, but especially, for subjects like this, I will not put up with it at all. I'm not going to put up with it anytime, but especially for things like this, because I know that a lot of people have went through it. So please be respectful of each other. And, you don't have to say anything in chat. If you just want to listen, make sure you hit that like button. You don't have to say anything. If you can't say, basically, as the old saying goes, if you can't say nothing nice and respectful, don't say nothing at all. But at least show me some support and hit my like button and my subscribe and my share. You can at least do that. So I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Just show some respect. If you can't say nothing nice, don't throw it in chat. All right. Just saying. All righty. I'm not. I'll get you the top hat, Mr. Michigan. Back in the day, what was it, the 50s or 60s? They'd put you in the corner, you'd have that top hat. All right, guys. Hello, Beachy. It's good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. All right, guys. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe if y'all haven't done so. And if anybody's in here new, welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. It means so much to me. Y'all sit back, kick back, and relax and get you some useful information, awareness, and support, and some positivity headed y'all's way and some healing time. All right. So the first one I'm going to cover, I'm going to go over a couple of them, and I'm not 100% sure if we will have a panel tonight. So I'm just going to tell y'all right ahead of time. It just depends on how long it will take me to go over this, because I really want to talk about this, because I know a lot of people have went through this some point in their life, and they might still be going through it some point in their life. I love you too, Miss Ann Horn. I'll be praying for you, darling. I'm still praying for you. I hope you feel better. We love you. Virtual hugs, darling. Please get better soon. I know you don't feel good, darling, but we love you. All right, so here's the social skills of gaslighting 101. All you need to know and how to combat it. Hello, Rose Petal. It's so good to see you, darling. Welcome. Thank you for being in here, honey. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming in here. Welcome. It says your world is not real. Your reality is an illusion. This is gaslighting, and you might be a victim. Learn everything about gaslighting in this guide. Says gaslighting is a manipulative behavior that involves implanting new memories, making you question your own thoughts, or even making you second guess your own reality. What's up, BH? It's good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing good. It says gaslighting is dangerous and abusive, and I'm going to teach you how to properly identify it and never be a victim of gaslighting again. In this guide, you're going to learn what gaslighting is, 10 signs you're being gaslighted, why we fall victim to gaslighting, how to combat gaslighting, and more. Let's dive in. What is gaslighting? There are usually two players involved in gaslighting, the gaslighter and the victim. It says the victim accepts the perpetrators, I can't even talk. I'm telling you. Let's see. Hold on 1 minute. There we go. I was trying to read this, but it's going too fast. The gaslighter externalizes and projects their thoughts, feelings, or perceptions onto the victim. The victim accepts the perpetrators, there we go, created reality and incorporates it into their way of thinking or living. In other words, the gaslighter manipulates the victim's behavior. They might manipulate behavior in the following ways: minimize feelings. Gaslighters might make you think you're overacting or being over emotional. Questioning reality. Expert gaslighters might question your memories or past events. Denial. Did they do something bad? If you bring it up, gaslighters might deny it ever happened. Diminishing. If a huge problem arises, they might diminish the problem by undermining its importance. Reputation dragging. Gaslighters might hurt your reputation by calling you out or discrediting you in front of others. Want to know how I was gaslighted? Read my story here. Hello, Truth Seeker. It's good to see you, darling. I don't know if I said hi to you, but if I did, I don't remember. But you're doing well, honey. It says that this is the story of whoever was typing up this. It says, back in high school, I had a really tough as no debate teacher. He always made his students attend debate tournaments, even on weekends, and he just had this power. Nobody could say no to him. So I attended debate after debate, all because he wanted me to. I felt like I had to. But when I finally said I couldn't attend yet another debate tournament, he looked at me and said, "You're not going to get anywhere in life if you don't step up your game, Vanessa." I was gaslighted by my high school teacher. He made me feel useless unless I was in constant debate mode, and I still remember it to this day. People who gaslight can be a coworker, a friend, a stranger you just met, or even a parent. In other words, gaslighters can be anyone. Gaslighters strive to maintain control. When they sense their control loosening, they use a variety of manipulation tactics to grasp at the last straws of control they have left. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, guys, I had to tell my nephew where his dog was. She was asleep in Yoda's cage. Says, you might hear them say common phrases like, "You're the one who made me lie. You worry too much. You're so dramatic. Did you forget again? That never happened. You're seeing something that's not there. You're crazy, irrational, silly, ignorant, careless. Insert adjective here. Whatever adjective could be, like a degrading adjective could be right there. Says gaslighters usually aren't born manipulative, though. They develop into it through a keen sense of social learning. They learn that the words they say are persuasive, or they can persuade, sorry. They learn that they can control others, and they learn that they can gain immense power by doing so. To stop gaslighting, you've got to recognize the signs before they become the norm. 10 signs you are being gaslighted. Well, hopefully this doesn't change on me. I can read it. They call you crazy even when you're not. You start thinking you're overacting at all the small things. You ask yourself, am I too sensitive constantly? Every time you speak the truth, they accuse you of lying. Your memories and past events start becoming blurred. They deny, and deny more. They make you think your emotions are invalid. They refuse to listen to your concerns. You start to believe it. Apologizing becomes your go-to excuse. And I got the stinking hiccups. Lord have mercy. Shoo. You feel something is wrong, but you don't know exactly what it is. Watch out for these common signs of gaslighting. They call you crazy even when you're not. You start thinking you're overacting to all the small things. Your memories and past events start becoming blurred. You constantly ask yourself, am I too sensitive? Apologizing becomes your go-to response. They deny, and deny more. You start to believe it. You feel something is wrong, but don't know exactly what it is. They make you think your emotions are invalid. They refuse to listen to your concerns. Every time you speak the truth, they accuse you of lying. It says memories can be false. How much do you remember about your childhood? Do you remember the time you got lost at the mall only to be rescued by an elderly stranger and finally return to your parents? If you don't, you're perfectly normal because this scenario never actually happened. It in one scientific study, people who were told that this exact same made-up story actually happened when they were young, and it and believe it or not, 25% of people falsely remember this made-up event. In other words, our memories can be fabricated by subtle suggestion and manipulation. This is how gaslighters take control of their victims using their body language and persuasive words. They are able to grasp onto a victim's mind and implant subtle suggestions that can lead to small lies or massive ones. Let's take a deeper dive into the different kinds of gaslighting. It says the 6 types of gaslighters. Go ahead and get something to drink. Says gaslighting can happen in relationships with family and politics anywhere. I found that there are 6 characters in particular that highlight how gaslighting works. Have you ever been a victim of one of these manipulators? Number 1, the Casanova. The Casanova is a relationship gaslighter and one of the worst types. Since they are your significant other, you may be living with them 24/7 or seeing them more than other people in your life. Basically, this means a Casanova has the power to manipulate you at the deepest level. Casanovas can manipulate you by deciding what kind of clothes you can wear, what friends you're allowed to see, what you're allowed to eat, when you can go out, when you can sleep, and the list goes on. Now you can probably see how deadly a Casanova can be if you fall victim to their tactics. One victim of gaslighting by the name of Simone said her ex-husband attacked her sanity and almost made her go crazy. According to Simone, he hacked her into her social media account, created a public post that made her appear unstable, accessed her banking accounts, and moved money around randomly, told her friends about her insanity, told her she was not fit to be a mother. Talk about crazy, right? For gaslighters like Simone's ex-husband, their technique is to manage a relationship by control. Look for these relationship gaslighting warning signs. assisting on monitors their partner's cell phones, emails, and activities, telling their partner where they can go and who they can see, dictating when their partner can go to school or work, the use of insults, threats, and intimidating behavior, taking control of partners' finances. Gaslighting in relationships can be extremely dangerous, especially if a couple has already moved in together. But it's not only women who are the victims. Men can also be victims of gaslighting in relationships. Take, for example, the infamous relationship between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Here are signs of people. We try to focus on the good side of people. However, there are times when relationships don't work out or we get angry. For example, of gaslighting, listen to the following audio. It says, warning, explicit content ahead, which I'm not going to play. It's the audio of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, which I know y'all probably already heard. Hello, Miss Potty Mouth. It's so good to see you, darling. I hope you're doing good. And gaslighting doesn't have to come from a romantic relationships either. Number 2, the tiger parent. The tiger parent is an overwhelming family member, usually a parent who tries to be the dominant ruler of the household. You might know someone like this. My middle school friend's father is a prime example. I can remember the term tiger parent actually came from the book Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mother, in which the mother describes her work hard, play never philosophy of training her kids to be a pianist prodigy and a gifted violinist. Here are some signs you might have a tiger parent or are one yourself. Their kids are never allowed to attend a sleepover, have a play date, be in a school play, complain about not being in a school play, watch TV or play computer games, choose their own extracurricular activities, get any grade lower than an A, not be the number one student in every subject except gym and drama. Pretty dramatic, right? While this form of gaslighting can lead to successful kids, it might not lead to happy ones. With this much work, even signing her kids playing piano for 3 hours a day, even during vacation, there's bound to be a lot of stress on kids who are victims of parental gaslighting. For example of gaslighting, have you ever seen the movie Tangled? The main villain, Mother Gothel, is a perfect example of a family member who gaslights. She uses a variety of manipulation tactics to try and change Rapunzel's view of the world. Number 3, Dr. Doom. The Dr. Doom character is a gaslighter who specifically is in the medical realm. They might be doctors, nurses, or medical professionals. They might blame your sickness or illness on wrong causes such as personality, living conditions, or even the weather. Downplay your illnesses or even deny the existence of it. Exaggerate or imply your condition is worse than it is. Gaslighters in the medical realm are rare, but they are potent as cyanide. Too much of their gaslighting and your life can really be at risk. A person who felt sick over at Healthline, for example, went to the doctor to diagnose her symptoms. When the doctor saw she was taking antidepressants, however, they immediately dismissed her and said it was because of her mental illness. However, once her symptoms worsened, she saw another doctor and it turned out to be a bad case of pneumonia. Talk about bad gaslighting. If you ever suspect you're being medically gaslighted, I highly recommend seeking the professional advice of more than one doctor. Remember, while we try to place our trust in doctors, not all doctors will correctly diagnose you, especially if they're gaslighters. The supremacist. Gaslighting can also come in the form of racial brainwashing. We've seen this with the World War II era's Nazi Party, which brainwashed German citizens to educate Jews because Hitler believed there was the lowest form of humans in the hierarchy of race. Gaslighting can be used in a form of discrimination. It can use to marginalize your culture, skin color, ethnic origins, or other minority status. Number 5, the persuasive politician. Think about all those fear-mongering ads on TV or the constant back and forth downplay between political parties. Politicians use gaslighting techniques to drag other politicians down, and you get to and get you to vote for them? Are you being persuaded by political gaslighting? Ask yourself these questions. Do I really believe in what the politicians are advocating for and not the emotional aspects of their arguments? Do I sound myself? Do I surround myself with people who have different political views? And can I engage in radical discussion with them? Can I clearly and logically explain the different parties' viewpoints on different issues? If you said yes to above three questions, then congrats. You might be ahead of gaslighting game. However, if you said no to any of the above, you might be falling for common political gaslighting tactics. To avoid gaslighting tactics, make sure you fully understand each politician's arguments before constructing your own. Number 6, Big Brother. You might have read the book in 1984 in which the government uses gaslighting methods to control its citizens with the infamous slogan, war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. This is an institutional form of gaslighting where the government or other institution gaslights its followers to believe it's proper propaganda. And just like the book, we face institutional gaslighting every single day. Gaslighting from organizations usually have the ulterior motive, and it's to persuade you to believe them and comply with their own objectives. So the next time you suspect you're being gaslighted, ask yourself, is it best for my interest or theirs? For more information on how to detect nonverbal cues through advertising, head on over to our article here. It says advertising psychology article, which I'm not going to click on, but that's what it says. Special note, while gaslighting is almost always used negatively, not all gaslighting can be bad. In the movie Matilda, the main character uses her psychic powers to draw on the chalkboard and send a warning message to the evil principal. This causes the principal to rethink her evil actions and possibly pushes her towards doing more good rather than evil. It says, oh gosh. You're fine, Becca. It says, number 1, detach. It says, at first, I want you to take a step back. Taking a step back mentally and maybe even physically might help you see your situation more clearly. Try one of the following. Take a deep breath. Deep abdominal breathing. Abdominal, Lord have mercy, I can't even talk. Abdominal breathing increases oxygen exchange in your body, allowing you to ease stress. Take a step back. This might be a personal one, but taking a step back helps me see the situation in front of me. I think if I'm being gaslighted, I can easily see if I actually am being gaslighted and identify the clear signs of gaslighting. Stay focused. Don't stress. Don't panic. It's easy to fall victim to these, so I highly recommend heading over to my guide on reducing your anxiety. This is critical to helping you think clearly in the long run. Once your mind is detached from the situation and you can focus, continue on. Number 2, speak with confidence. Remember, gaslighters want you to crack under pressure. If you truly believe you are right and they are trying to gaslight you, try standing your ground and being confident. You might even want to try a confident pose. Watch out for negative body language cues. If you're dealing with someone particularly aggressive, you might notice a telltale aggressive body language, like a nostril flare or clenched jaw. And finally, make sure you speak with confidence. To achieve this, you want to speak from your diaphragm with a high level conviction. One way to do this is to find your maximum resonance point. This is a personal vocal range that makes you sound the loudest, richest, most relaxed, and most confident. Here's my favorite technique to find your maximum resonance point, which I'm not going to play because I honestly don't know, 1, how long it is, and 2, if it would bother people's ears. For more confident speaking tips, head over to my article, How to Speak with Confidence and Sound Better, which y'all are more than likely, y'all are more than welcome to pull it up yourself. Says become a detective. The next step is to become a detective and gather as much intel as possible. This will help you ever need to provide evidence for yourself or the gaslighter. A secret diary. A secret diary is a way to log all the events happened. This way, you'll have a personal reminder of exactly what happened. You can keep a personal diary and track events, including dates, times, and details. Secret diaries aren't 100% foolproof, but you can always refer to them if you ever start questioning yourself or what really happened. You can even use secret diaries to record events. Sorry. Of others gaslighting you. Become a photographer. Not into writing, taking pictures is another way you can fact check your own memories and remind yourself that it's not just your imagination. Pictures are helpful if you're not much of a writer or you're a visual memorizer. Voice memos. Another alternative is to use your phone to record events on a voice recording app. Most modern smartphones come with pre-installed recorder app, so this should be a piece of cake. Special note, in some states, it may be illegal to record someone without their permission. Always do your due diligence before recording others. Emailing a trusted friend. There's a reason why it's better to record things by email than by phone. Emails keep a written log, which is useful if you want to keep evidence. You can simply email yourself, or if you know a trusted person, send a log of events to them so you can refer to it later. And look at Pokemon. Ain't he freaking adorable? I love it. It's so cute. Pokemon's adorable, guys. It says once you keep a secret diary, voice recording, etc., you have official record of the exact gaslighting events that have occurred. You know that you are not imagining things. You know that you are being lied to. You know that you're absolutely a victim of gaslighting. Once you have a record, you can talk with someone you trust to help you through your situation, which leads me to the next step. Number 4, your trust buddy. I can't stress enough how important it is to have one person you can trust. It can be a parent, a close friend, a counselor, a childhood friend, and a neighbor. The bottom line is if you're constantly being gaslighted, you need a central figure you can talk to share your experiences with. Do not be afraid to reach out. The longer you wait, the worse the gaslighting may become. For a list of therapists, I highly recommend checking out this resource, which is Best Free Online Therapist in 2021. But it could be in 2023. This was a little bit older information, but it's still good. It says number 5, healing from gaslighting with positive affirmations. So you've been gaslighting, you've tried the steps above, and you've escaped. First of all, congratulations. It might hurt, but there's a way to heal from the trauma of gaslighting. My favorite healing method is using positive affirmations. Here are some affirmations to follow if you're recovering from being gaslighted. Yes, I'm so glad that each and every one of you guys got away from that. It says affirmations and reminders for anyone who has been gaslit. You will learn to trust yourself again. That voice inside your head that tells you to doubt and question everything, it isn't your own voice. And it's not always right. Deep down, you know what is really true. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. They wanted you to feel alone. You won't always feel this way. It's impossible for everything to be all your fault. That feeling like something is always wrong or about to go wrong, it will start to disappear as you learn to trust yourself again. You're not too sensitive. Says the term gaslighting comes from a 1938 British play Gaslight, in which a husband misplaces random objects around the house and dims the gaslight to make his wife think she's going crazy. Hence, she's not. Says, what are your thoughts on gaslighting? Have you ever been manipulated to believe something that wasn't the truth? Remember, if you're a victim of gaslighting, don't be afraid to seek out professional help. If you're having trouble finding a reputative therapist, you might want to try calling 1-800-799-SAFE, which is 1-800-799-7233 for the National Domestic Violence Organization, if you need it. Hello, Summer Thunder. It's so good to see you, darling. Thank you so much for being in here. Well, that's great, Tennessee, sweetheart, honey. That's so great. All right, so let's go to our next one. Like I said, I'm gonna pull up a couple different ones because all these have a little bit different, like different stories and different ways you look at it and different ways of healing and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to bring awareness out there and letting you guys and showing you support and letting you guys know that I'm here for you and that you're not alone. And like we have a lot of people in chat. It seemed like they have been through it, so it's just kind of like a sense of letting you guys know that you're not alone in this world, that we are here for you. We're here to lift you up. We're here to lift your spirits and let you know that we're glad that you're not going through that anymore, and we love you and we're here to lift you up and motivate you and support you and letting there's hope and there are people to talk to. And like I always say in every stream, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. And I have been there for several of you guys. I won't say no names and I won't say what we talked about, but if y'all need somebody to talk to wholeheartedly, I am there for each and every one of you guys. All y'all got to do is reach out to me, send me an email, send me a text on my Text Now app, or you can send me a Facebook link. If I don't understand, or I don't, if I don't know, what you're going through, I can always listen to it and just kind of give you words of advice. I can still be there for you, whether I fully understand what you're going through or not. I'm just saying, I don't want you to think that you're alone in this world, because truly that you're not. There is people that love and care for you and just want to see you be better and do better and feel better. So it says, what is gaslighting? It says gaslighting is a form of psychological, I can't even talk, I'm telling you, psychological abuse in which a person or group causes someone to question their own sanity, memories, or perception of reality. People who experience gaslighting may feel confused, anxious, or as though they cannot trust themselves. The term gaslighting comes from the name of a 1938 play and 1944 film, Gaslight, in which a husband manipulates his wife into I got a stinking hiccups. Into thinking she has a mental illness. In this article, we look at gaslighting, including common examples, signs, and causes. We also discuss how a person can respond to this behavior and how to seek help. Examples of gaslighting. According to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, gaslighting can happen in a variety of ways. Some examples include countering. This is when someone questions a person's memory. They may say things like, "Are you sure about that? You have a bad memory," or "I think you're forgetting what really happened." Withholding. This involves someone pretending they do not understand the conversation or refusing to listen to make a person doubt themselves. For example, they might say, "Now you're just confusing me," or "I don't know what you're talking about." Trivializing. This occurs when a person belittles or disregards how someone else feels. They may accuse them of being too sensitive or overacting in response to a valid and reasonable concerns. Denial. Denial involves a person refusing to take responsibility for their actions. They may do this by pretending to forget what happened, saying they did not do it, or blaming their behavior on someone else. Diverting. With this technique, a person changes the focus of a discussion by questioning the other person's credibility. For example, they might say, "This is just nonsense you read on the internet. It's not real." Stereotyping. An article in the American Psychological Review says that a person may intentionally use negative stereotypes about someone's gender, race, ethnicity, sexuality, nationality, or age to gaslight them. For example, they may say that no one will believe a woman if she reports abuse. Or man, for that example. Could be man or woman. How gaslighting works. Gaslighting is a method of gaining control over someone else. It works by breaking down a person's trust in themselves while increasing how much they trust or depend on an abusive person. In relationships, gaslighting often begins gradually. The abusive person gains their partner's trust, sometimes with the initial honeymoon period, in which there is no abusive behavior. Then the person begins suggesting that their partner is not reliable, that they are forgetful, or they even are mentally unstable. Over time, this can cause people to question if their partner is right. The more this happens, the more power and influence the abusive person has. Unable to trust themselves, the person may start to rely heavily on their partner to recall memories or make decisions. They may also feel they cannot leave. Where can gaslighting occur? Gaslighting can occur in any type of interaction, but is especially common in intimate relationships. In relationships, an abusive person may use gaslighting to isolate the partner, undermine their confidence, and make them easier to control. For example, they might tell someone they are irrational until the person starts to think it must be true. Hello, Demetrius. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming in here. Tashi says, "Oh Lord, Tashi, yeah, we ain't gonna let you be got. Nobody needs to be gaslighted. We're in process of heal zone, sister." And it says child parent relationships, abusive parents or caregivers may gaslight children to undermine them. For example, when a child cries, they may say they are too sensitive to shame them and make them stop. Medical gaslighting. According to the CPTSD Foundation, medical gaslighting is when a medical professional dismisses a person's health concerns as being the product of their imagination. They may tell the person their symptoms are in their head or label them as a hypochondriac. You're welcome, Truth Seeker, honey. Thank you, Truth Seeker. Racial gaslighting, according to the article in Politics, Group, and Identities. Racial gaslighting is when people apply gaslighting techniques to an entire racial or ethnic group in order to discredit them. For example, a person in an institution may say an activist campaigning for change is irrational or crazy. Political gaslighting. Political gaslighting occurs when a political group or figure lies to or manipulates information to control people, according to an article in the Buffalo Law Review. For example, the person or political party may downplay their things their administration has done, discredit their opponents, imply that critics are mentally unstable, or use controversy to deflect attention away from their mistakes. Institutional gaslighting. Institutional no. Gaslighting occurs when a company, organization, or institution, such as a hospital, for example, they may portray whistleblowers who report problems as irrational or incompetent, or deceive employees about their rights. Signs of gaslighting. People who experience gaslighting can find it difficult to recognize the signs. They may trust the abusive person or believe that they truly do have a poor memory. However, the person often feels unsure, second guesses themselves, or relies on someone else to confirm their memories or help them make simple decisions. This may be due to gaslighting. Some potential signs that someone has experienced gaslighting include feeling uncertain of their perceptions, frequently question if they are remembering things correctly, believing that they're irrational or crazy, feeling incompetent, unconfident, or worthless, constantly apologizing to the abusive person, defending the abusive person's behavior to others, becoming withdrawal or isolated from others. Gaslighting may contribute to anxiety, depression, and psychological trauma, especially if it is a part of a wider pattern of abuse. Causes of gaslighting behavior. Hello, Mel. It's so good to see you, darling. Thank you so much for coming in here. Hope you're doing well, honey. It says causes of gaslighting behavior. Gaslighting is a behavior that people learn by watching others. A person who uses this tactic may have learned it is an effective way of obtaining what they want or controlling people. They may have felt entitled to have things their way, or that the wants and needs of others do not matter. Sometimes people with personality disorders, such as narcissistic personality disorder or NPD, which I've talked about a couple months ago, exhibit abusive behavior. A 2020 article states that people with MPD have a consistent need for admiration and attention, a belief that they are better than everyone else or special in some way, a lack of empathy. The combination of symptoms can lead to unhealthy relationships. However, gaslighting is not always due to a mental health condition. Anyone can engage in this behavior. Gaslighting also operates on a broader scale as a feature of a systematic oppression. People in power sometimes use it to damage the credibility of a person or group, which disempowers them. How to respond to gaslighting. Gaslighting has a significant impact on mental health. Some people who experience it need to make sure they look after theirs. There are several ways to protect oneself from this form of abuse. Gathering evidence of events may help someone prove to themselves that they are not imagining or forgetting things. The National Domestic Violence Hotline suggests keeping a secret diary. In a diary or journal, a person can record the date, time, and details of what happened soon after they experienced it, and they can refer back to it later. Talking to someone trustworthy, confiding in a friend, family member, or counselor may help someone gain perspective on their situation. The person can also act as a witness to events. Taking pictures, photographs can also help someone fact check their memories. Keeping voice memos, a device that can record sound, can work as a way for someone to describe events in their own words. This type of evidence can also be useful if a person decides to pursue legal action against the abusive person or organization. However, check state laws on recordings before using them in court. It is vital to make sure any proof that a person gathers of the abusive behavior remains private, particularly if they share a home or workspace with the perpetrator. A person can try regularly erasing their search history, storing evidence in a hidden or locked place, keeping devices locked away, buying a second phone or a cheap voice recorder, sending copies of records to a trusted friend, as this allows a person to delete their own copies. Safety planning. Safety plannings are tools people can use to protect themselves from abuse. Depending on the situation, they may include a list of safe places to go, escape routes so the person can flee, emergency contact details, idea for self-care to help a person cope, a plan to safely leave the relationship, home, or situation. Says when to seek help. Anyone who believes they're experiencing abuse of any kind should seek support. Over time, emotional abuse may escalate into physical violence. Trigger warning, just in case, guys. Even if the abuse does not become physical, gaslighting and similar behaviors can significantly undermine a person's self-esteem and mental health. Contact a domestic abuse organization for advice and help with creating a safety plan. To address the mental impact of gaslighting, a person may find it helpful to talk confidentially to a therapist who has experienced helping people in abusive relationships. Thank you, Evie. Just in case, if you know someone who's in immediate danger of domestic violence, call 911 or otherwise seek emergency help. Anyone who needs advice or support can contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline 24/7 via phone at 800-799-7233 or live chat at thehotline.org or text by texting love is all caps lock to 22522. Says many other resources are available, including helplines, in-person support, and temporary housing. People can find local resources and other classifieds by demographics, such as support specifically for people of color. Here, the Office of Women's Health, the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. The history of gaslighting. Gaslighting is not a new phenomenon. People have used gaslighting and other types of psychological abuse for many years, but the term gaslighting itself is relatively new. That might be why I've never really heard much of it. I haven't heard of it at all until I was told to kind of talk about it. I was like, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. And I pulled it up and I was like, oh, okay, well then I've been through that and I didn't even know that I've been through that. Growing up as a child and stuff from my sperm donor. It comes from a title in a 1938 play and 1944 film, Gaslight. In the story, a husband conceals his search for his wife's missing jewel by making his wife doubt herself. He tells her that the sound in the attic she hears in the dim. Sorry, guys. You're welcome, Sober Thunder. Thank you so much, honey. I truly, it means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for the support. I just want to get this out there and let people know, there's hope, and we are there, we are there for each and every one of you guys. I'm there for all of you guys if y'all need me. I'm there for people that are watching. If y'all need me, just somebody to talk to, I'm here for each and every one of you guys. I mean, honestly. And I won't tell a soul because I'm not like that. It says a husband conceals his search for his wife's missing jewels by making his wife doubt herself. He tells her that a sound in the attic she hears and the dimming glass lights around her home are imaginary. The term gaslighting came to represent the type of manipulation the characters portray in the film. Summary: gaslighting is a type of abuse that causes someone to doubt their perceptions or sanity. It can take place in any kind of relationship, but often involves an imbalance of power. People who experience gaslighting may feel confused or as though they cannot do anything right. They may question their memories or worry that they have a mental illness. They may also defend the abusive person's behavior or feel relentant on them. Finding ways to document events, create a safety plan, or leave a relationship are important ways to protect oneself from gaslighting, as well as other forms of emotional abuse. If a person is concerned that their partner is gaslighting them, a domestic abuse organization or mental health professional can help. It says, what are the long-term effects of gaslighting? Gaslighting is a form of abuse that involves a person deliberately causing someone to doubt their sanity. This may cause feelings of confusion or powerlessness. The long-term effects of gaslighting include trauma, anxiety, and depression. Oh, sorry about that. It says, what is gaslighting, which we went over, but it might be a little bit different, That's exactly right, Tennessee sweetheart. The term gaslighting comes from 1944 movie Gaslight. In the movie, an abusive husband brightens and dims gas power lights. See, all these are a little bit different, guys. That insists that his wife is hallucinating. This causes her to doubt her insanity. Today, gaslighting describes any interaction where a person or entity manipulates someone into feeling they cannot trust their own memories, feelings, or senses. A person on the receiving end of gaslighting may truly believe that they are not mentally well, that their memories are not accurate, or that their mind is playing tricks on them. This makes them feel dependent on the abusive person. I think we've already did. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay. It says examples of gaslighting. Some examples of common gaslighting tactics include countering, which is the tactic to involve an abusive person questioning someone's memory of events, even though they have remembered them correctly. Withholding, this describes someone who pretends not to understand something or who refuses them. Forgetting, this involves an abusive person pretending they have forgotten something or denying that something happened. Trivializing, I'm probably not even pronouncing it correctly, but I'm trying, guys. This refers to an abusive person making someone's concerns or feelings seem unimportant or irrational. Diverting, this technique occurs when an abusive person changes the subject or focuses on the credibility of what someone is saying rather than the content. Some people also call it blocking. In abusive relationships, gaslighting often occurs gradually. Initially, a person may not seem abusive, but over time, they may use statements such as, "You are wrong. You never remember things correctly. You are imagining things. Stop overacting, or you're too sensitive. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand. You're just trying to confuse me." Gaslighting also occurs outside of intimate relationships. A 2017 article in Politics, Groups, and Identity states that racial gaslighting occurs when a person or identity portrays people who speak out against racial oppression as irrational, crazy, or deluded. Examples of racial gaslighting include criticizing how a person expresses themselves to divert attention away from their message, trivializing or downplaying racist incidents, denying that documented events took place, such as the Holocaust. Immigrants are also vulnerable to gaslighting. A person who has recently arrived in a new country may be unfamiliar with its laws, language, and culture. As a result, it's easier for a person to identity to lie to them about their legal rights and what is normal. Examples of this include when an employer tells employees who are immigrants that they have no right to complain about their working conditions. It can also include an abusive person telling their partner that immigration authorities are watching them when they are not. Long-term effects of gaslighting. Over time, a person who is a victim of gaslighting may start to believe that they cannot trust themselves or that they have mental health disorder. This gaslighting may lead to anxiety, depression, isolation, and psychological trauma, which could be PTSD. Good night, Truth Seeker. I love you, honey. I hope you have a wonderful night. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow night. All these can have long-term impact on someone's mental health, self-esteem. They may also make it more difficult for the individual to leave the abusive situation. If the gaslighting takes place in a relationship, it could be part of the moral pattern of coercive control. Coercive control is emotional abuse that gives the abuser control over the partner's life. According to Crown Prosecution Service in the United Kingdom, other elements of coercive control include monitoring someone's activities, mobile phones, or emails, controlling all finances, using insults and threats to scare another person, manipulating someone into unwanted sexual activity. Coercive control is not illegal in the United States. However, emotional abuse often escalates to physical abuse. So a person experiencing gaslighting early in a relationship might be at risk of physical violence later. What to do? Establishing proof of gaslighting can help a person identify that their memories and feelings are real and that someone is manipulating them. According to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, there are a few ways a person can collect proof. Journalizing. A person who suspects a gaslight can keep a journal in a secure location and record the date and times events occur. Voice memos. Recording incidents with a cell phone or other device can help keep track. If a person's device is not safe to use, they consider purchasing a separate voice recorder and concealing it somewhere safe. Photographs. Taking photographs provides someone with visual proof. For example, they can take a picture of where they leave their keys, so they'll know if the partner is hiding them to make them late. If a cell phone is not safe, a person can purchase a disposable camera and hide it instead. Email. If it is not safe for a person to keep proof of gaslighting in their home, they could ask a trusted friend or family if they can store it. After gathering the proof, a person can send via email and then delete it from their own devices. Recovery from gaslighting. Gaslighting may take place for years or decades before a person realizes what is happening. As a result, recovering from gaslighting takes time, as a person may need to try several approaches to rebuild their sense of self. The National Domestic Violence Hotline advises that people remember that they are not responsible for their abusive behavior, avoiding arguing with what is true with an abusive person. Practice listening to their thoughts, feels, and instincts again. It may be difficult to do this to begin with. People may begin from having support from a therapist with training on abuse, recovery, and trauma. Rebuilding relationships with family and friends may also become a part of recovery. This step can be difficult if an abusive person told others lies to discredit or isolate someone. However, it may help with recovery to have social support. Support groups may also help with this process of recovery. It says when to seek help. If someone frequently feels confused or questions their sanity because of comments someone makes, It's probably time to seek help. These feelings could be signs of psychological abuse. People in gaslighting relationships can call domestic abuse helplines to get advice and to determine if what they are experiencing is abuse. A doctor or therapist will also be able to help someone with the mental impact of gaslighting. Says summary. Gaslighting is abusive practice that causes someone to distrust themselves or to believe they have a mental illness. The long-term effects of gaslighting may include anxiety, depression, trauma, and low self-esteem. Gaslighting often appears in abusive relationships, but also takes place in other contexts. People from marginalized groups are especially vulnerable. If a person believes their partner is gaslighting them, they can take the steps to record evidence and seek help from domestic abuse organizations. Tashi said, trigger warning, this topic may be triggering for some of you. Please take a break if you need one and or reach out to a support person here if you need to talk in chat. That's what I said ahead of time. I'm not intentionally meaning to. I'm just trying to bring awareness and letting you guys know, you know, if y'all don't know what it means, now you can kind of know what it means. And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, have went through this, whether childhood or you might still be going through. I mean, I'm just saying. And I myself went through it in childhood from my parent, not my mother. And so I did not know what it was. But yes, thank you, Tashi, honey. Just in case. It says how to regain your sanity after you've been gaslighted. The word gaslighting gets tossed around in a lot of media these days. Sometimes it's to point out what we lose sight of gravity. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse and it should be treated as such. Importantly, that also means recovering as a victim of gaslighting can be a long, complicated process that goes beyond just calling out the person who did it. What it means to get gaslighted. Gaslighting is a series of manipulative behaviors with the goal of getting control over you and keeping you feeling off kilter. Gaslighter will blame you for their feelings, telling you what you saw or heard isn't true, pitch you against your family and friends, tell people you are crazy and isolate you. Gaslighting happens in relationships, but gaslighting parents and gaslighting at work are also common. After you left a gaslighting relationship, you may feel a variety of emotions: anger, relief, sadness, and even despair. All these feelings are normal after any breakup, but especially so after a breakup with the gaslighter. Not only are you grappling with the loss of someone you perhaps cared a lot about, but you're also processing the pain of being hurt by that person. You entrusted your heart to someone who wasn't who you thought they were, and they made you concerted efforts to trick you, to undermine your self-confidence, and to make you question your reality. That's a unique type of hurt. It's okay to not feel good right now. You may even feel like you don't know who you are anymore. Gaslighters work hard at dismantling, sorry about that, who you are, your needs and your wants, because they want you to focus solely on them. Recovering that sense of self is no easy task. So don't feel bad if you initially feel devastated, lost. Just remember, you can and will heal. You can and will heal, guys. Just remember, just keep on that in your head. You can and will heal. Hello, Juju. It's good to see you, honey. I hope you're doing well, darling. What to do after you've been gaslighted. I've spent years studying how gaslighting happens, why people do it, and how it is victims can recover. Here are six of the most important steps towards regaining your sanity after you've been gaslighted. And number one, acknowledge your reaffirm your own value. Remember that no one will be good enough for the gaslighter. It is important to understand that gaslighters behave in a clear pattern. They probably treated you like a goddess or god when you first got together, and then later they inexplicably treated you like dirt. This is how the gaslighter works. They idealize you and then devour you. You didn't do anything to cause someone to treat you this way. Gaslighters have a bottomless pit of need, and feeling powerful at your expense is how they feel it. Never blame yourself. It's not your fault whatsoever. Make sure that y'all repeat this after me. Never blame yourself. It's not your fault whatsoever. Number 2, cut all communication with the gaslighter. The longer you are away from the gaslighter, the more you will heal. The longer you are away, the more you will heal. This is starting to be the positive side, guys. The longer you are away, the more you're here. Unfortunately, gaslighters are experts at a technique called hoovering, in which they try to suck you back into the relationship, because they need a narcissistic fix. Remember, relationships with a gaslighter always get worse, regardless of how much they say they've changed. Go for the no contact rule with a totally radio silence. Block their phone numbers, emails, and social media accounts, and do not answer unknown numbers or accept messages from users you don't know. If you have kids with a gaslighter, seek the advice of an attorney. And as my own personal opinion, I have completely removed my sperm donor from my life, and I feel a lot better. But I do have a bunch of childhood PTSD trauma because of what kind of hell he put me, my brothers, and my mama through, and I've seen it all. So it's very much sucks, but I have him blocked on everything, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So if y'all can do that, it will help, a little bit, make you feel a little bit better in the long run. If y'all can do that. It says, don't compare yourself to the gaslighter's new flame. If your gaslighter ended things and then jumped right into another relationship, it had nothing to do with how good or worthy you are as a person. No matter what the gaslighter may have told you, gaslighters are notorious for having affairs or starting a new relationship as soon as the newness of the original relationship has worn off. They will do this to their next partner too. The gaslighter will do anything to get that bottomless pit of need filled. This kind of reminds me of my sperm donor too, because he has been, you can ask Rebel. I've been with Rebel for going on 13 years, and my sperm donor has been married 5 times in that time frame. When this goes, or he is no longer in need for that person, is no longer there, he's out the door and goes to the next victim. And we all say that. So I think we're in, my personal opinion, I thought he was a narcissist, but I think he's a narcissist and a gaslighter. That's just my opinion, though. Mr. Michigan says, hey, who is this Huntress person? It's all right, Tennessee, sweetheart. It's okay, darling. I love you, honey. Like I said, I just take a break. I'm just trying to, let people know that I'm here for them. You're good, honey. I love you, Tennessee, darling. I'm sorry. I didn't intentionally, I'm sorry, honey. I was asked by several people to talk about this, so I'm trying to bring awareness to it. I apologize. Let's see. Says, take time to reconnect with your identity. Gaslighting can often make you lose sight of not just reality, but also yourself. Depending on the length of the relationship, the person may have manipulated you so much that you aren't even sure of your likes and dislikes anymore. Now it's the time to reconnect with yourself. One great way to start is by simply writing about yourself, which helps you get in touch with the you that you may have lost. Write down what you love, what drives you crazy, and what you fear. You can also journal about how the gaslighter hurts you and what feelings you are going through post-breakup. Writing feelings down helps get them out of your head and helps us not overanalyze. You may be used to analyzing every move you made because it was impossible to tell what was setting off the gaslighter off. And you were getting blamed for their behavior. By writing down what happened, you can start letting go. Additionally, taking time to write down what you gained by going through this experience, you learned that you have a fountain of strength within you. You may be more empathetic than before. Maybe you can now educate others about gaslighting, getting in touch with how you have grown from this dark period in your life, as unpleasant as it was. Create a psychological first aid kit. Hello, Janine. How are you, honey? It's so good to see you, darling. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. What are some healthy things you can do right now to soothe your hurt and treat yourself with tender loving care, or TLC? What are some things that give you energy? Create a list of activities that raise you up. I call this a psychological first aid kit. When you are feeling low, do one of the energy boosted activities on your list, even if it's only for a few minutes. Turn it into times when you need to practice some good old self care. Some items in my client's psychological first aid kits include going for a walk, calling a trusted friend, painting, reading, watching a movie, and doing some deep breathing. Meditation has also helped many survivors of gaslighting find themselves again. Number 6, practice forgiveness. That's easier said than done, but you know. Says forgiving does not mean what a gaslighter did was okay. Forgiveness is about giving up the hope that the past could be any different. It's a continual process, and you are not forgiving the gaslighter for their sake. You're forgiving the gaslighter for your own well-being, so you can accept what happened and start to move on. Most importantly, it's time to forgive yourself. Remember that you are enough and have always been enough. You didn't do anything to make the gaslighter behave a certain way. You did the best you could considering the circumstances. Gaslighters turn up to the manipulative behavior slowly, so it can be very difficult to catch what they are doing. You have grown and learned from the experience, and you'll only be stronger going forward. What in the world, guys? What did Rebel do now? I don't even see his comment. I've seen LOL and Evie still laugh my ass off, Rebel, but I don't see his comment. What did he say, guys? I don't know. My chat's crazy. Oh, you're good. Hey, at least you're making people laugh. That's a good thing about it. I was like, what did he do now? I swear. Now he knows about my sperm donor. You can get him started and he'll be here all night. Oh, Mr. Michigan. Well, no wonder I didn't see it. It don't show up in my StreamYard. I don't have my YouTube pulled up. No wonder I didn't see it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. Hold on just a second, guys. All right. Hopefully this one's not too.
So where are we going on our date? Well, right here. Yeah, I don't want to lose my parking spot.
Well, This is not the one I was talking about. Hold on, wait a minute, guys. Went to the wrong one. I saved the wrong one. My computer doesn't mind of its own. Hold on just a second. All right. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right. Think you're being gaslit. Here's how to respond. Says, do the following phrases sound familiar? You must be going crazy. That's not what happened. You don't know what you're talking about. You're imagining things. No need to be sensitive. I was only joking. If someone in your life says things to you like this, you may be experiencing gaslighting. Gaslighting refers to intentional attempts to manipulate you into doubting your feelings, perceptions of events, and reality in general. Someone trying to gaslight you typically wants to confuse you and make you doubt yourself to make it more likely you go along with what they want, which we've already talked about that, guys. So I'm trying to make long story short. First, make sure it's gaslighting. Gaslighting isn't always easy to recognize, especially since it often starts small and other behaviors can sometimes even seem similar. True gaslighting develops into a repeated pattern and manipulation. The person gaslighting you generally wants you to doubt yourself and depend on their version of reality. So someone who offers a different opinion than yours, even in a rude or critical way, isn't necessarily gaslighting. People sometimes feel convinced of their own knowledge and insist they're right, even when evidence suggests otherwise. Insisting you're wrong, I know what I'm talking about, isn't necessarily polite, but it's generally not gaslighting if they aren't trying to manipulate you. People can also gaslight unintentionally. I don't have time to listen to this, or don't you think you're overacting? May not be helpful responses, but they don't always mean the other person wants to manipulate you. When considering whether someone is trying to gaslight you, take stock of your feelings, not their actions. How do you feel? Gaslighting often leads you to doubt and question yourself, wonder constantly whether you're too sensitive, apologize frequently, have difficulty with decision making, feel generally unhappy, confused, and not like your usual self, avoid loved ones since you don't know how to explain what's going on. Take some space from the situation. It is understandable to experience a lot of strong emotions when dealing with gaslighting. Anger, frustration, worry, sadness, fear. These feelings and any others are completely valid, but try not to let them guide your immediate reaction. Remaining calm can help you handle the situation more effectively. You may want to deny what the person is trying to gaslight you has said. After all, it's completely untrue, but they may not back down, and your distress can encourage them to keep trying to manipulate you. Keep calm can also help you focus on the truth, making it less likely that their false version of events will sway your confidence and faith in yourself. To get some physical space, suggest taking a break and revisiting the topic later. Going for a walk or stepping outside briefly can help you clear your mind and refocus. If you can't physically leave, try instead breathing exercises, grounding yourself with a photo, object, or visualization exercise. Slowly counting to 10, repeating an informing mantra. Collective evidence. Documenting your interactions with someone trying to gaslight you can help you keep track of what's really happening. When they deny a conversation or event took place, you can go back and check the truth for yourself. Here are a few ideas. Save the tag or take screenshots of texts and emails. Take photos of any damaged property. Take note dates and times of conversations. Summarize your conversations with direct quotes when possible. Use your phone to record conversations. Laws in your area may prevent you from using these recordings if you need to seek legal assistance, but you can inform others about the situation. It is not always safe to confront abuse in person, but having proof can go a long way towards restoring your peace of mind and supporting your emotional well-being. When you know the truth, you won't question or doubt yourself. This alone can help boost your confidence and make it easier to handle the gaslighting going forward. You can also use your notes as evidence for workplace gaslighting. Just make sure to keep your notes on paper or your personal phone, since your company may have access to work devices. Store them in a safe place or keep them with you when possible. While collecting evidence, be sure to set boundaries and practice self care so as to not overwhelm or increase anxiety. This may be especially true if you're highly anxious, as documenting gaslighting may lead to rumination, and this behavior could increase feelings of anxiety. Speak up about the behavior. Gaslighting works because it confuses you and shakes your confidence. If you show that the behavior doesn't bother you, the person trying to gaslight you may decide it isn't worth it. In addition to the lies and misdirection, gaslighting often involves criticism and insults. Calling these out calmly and assertively shows them that you won't accept their behavior. Don't be afraid to speak up, since making others aware of the situation gives them more incentive to leave you alone. They may try to disguise insults as jokes, backhanded compliments, or say, I'm only trying to help. Asking them to explain the joke as if you don't understand may help them realize these strategies won't work on you. Say a coworker in your department makes a flippant remark implying you don't do your fair share of work. You might respond with, actually, I've completed the task for this week already. We can review those if you would like. Remain confident in your version of events. Everyone remembers things a little differently than how they happen on occasion, and you might wonder, what if it did happen the way they said? But don't give in to your urge to question yourself. They want you to doubt reality. Misremembering typical involves small details such as color of someone's shirt or the other people in the room. Your brain typically doesn't fabricate entire memories. If you remember something clearly and they flat out deny your memory, that's gaslighting. You know what happened, so repeat it calmly with confidence, showing them any proof you could have help encourage them to back down, but it may not have an impact. If they continue challenging you, don't get drawn into conflict. Arguing can lead to further tension and put you in a position where you're more vulnerable to manipulation. By refusing to argue, you protect yourself and maintain control over the situation. You might say something like, it seems we remember things differently, but I don't want to argue about it, avoiding further discussion by changing the subject or leaving the room. Focus on self care. Taking care of your physical and emotional needs probably won't do anything to directly address the gaslighting, but good self care can make a difference by improving your state of mind. A gaslighter may try to make you feel undeserving of self care or label practices as lazy or indulgent. However, it is important to maintain self care habits despite this. Worries about gaslighting and its potential impact on your job or relationships can creep into all areas of your life, making it tough to find any pleasure in even your favorite things. By dedicating time to relaxation and wellness practice can improve your physical and mental health, helping you feel stronger and more capable of facing challenges in your daily life. Try these strategies to improve well-being. Spend time with friends and family. Incorporate positive self-talk into your daily life to counter gaslighting tactics. For example, you might build yourself up by reminding yourself of your accomplishments and strengths. Practice daily affirmations. Make time for hobbies. Try meditation or yoga. Keep a journal to help sort through emotions. Physical activity can also help. It's good for physical health, for one, but exercise can also serve as an outlet for tension and distress. A long run or a tense workout class may help drain some of the upsetting emotions that come up in response to gaslighting. Exercise can also help you get better sleep. So, if worries over gaslighting have started to interfere with your rest, regular activities can have some benefits here too. Involve others. You might worry talking to other people about the situation will lead to drama, but when dealing with gaslighting, it's important to get insight and support from people you trust. Seeking input from different people in your life can help reinforce your knowledge. I still got the hiccups, that you aren't confused, crazy, or losing your memory. Your support network might feel upset on your behalf, but they still have some emotional distance from the situation since they aren't directly involved. This makes it easier for them to offer an unbiased perspective, along with a calm guidance and support. While ongoing gaslighting happens at work or in social situations, avoid meeting the person alone when possible. It's best to limit your contact, but if you haven't met with them, bring along someone neutral and trustworthy, or ask them to listen in on the conversation. Remember, you're not pulling them in to take sides. You simply want them to observe what's happening. Someone trying to use gaslighting tactics will typically have a harder time manipulating more than one person. Seek professional support. Gaslighting can sometimes become serious, even abusive. This doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. Emotional abuse is often difficult to confront. Talking with a therapist is always a good first step. Directories like Healthlines Find a Therapist tool can help you start your search from local counseling resources. If gaslighting happens at work, your human resources department may also offer support. Learn more about harassment and filing charges from the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. You can also find out if your employer offers an employee assistance program, which is EAP. EAP are voluntary work-based programs that offer mental health assessments, counseling, and medical referrals to employees with personal or work-related emotional well-being problems. Gaslighting can isolate you, but you don't need to handle it alone. Both therapists and hotline counselors can offer guidance based on your specific situation, including safety plan, tips, and resources to help you handle a crisis or potentially abusive situation. Let's see. And I have one more, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. It says how to recover from gaslighting. This is the positive side of it, guys. If you experience gaslighting, you know when it can be emotional wounding. Gaslighters manipulate you in a way that you begin to doubt your own reality and even your own sanity. They commonly use tactics like telling blatant lies, turning others against you, and attacking you to defend their own bad behavior. It takes time to recover from this type of abuse. Keep these points in your mind as you move toward healing. Call it what it is. Many people find the label gaslighting very useful because it names as an experience they felt but couldn't quite describe. After all, gaslighting is effective because you aren't aware of what's really happening. Since you've been made to doubt your perception of reality, saying that gaslighting behavior is an essential step towards breaking free from it. Get free. As long as you're in contact with gaslighter, you're susceptible to their manipulation since they know how to push your buttons. If you can break off contact with a person, of course, it's more difficult when the gaslighter is a family member or someone else that's hard to avoid, in which case you may need to minimize interactions rather than avoid them entirely. Please note that leaving a gaslighting partner can be dangerous in some circumstances. Talk with a trusted loved one and law enforcement if necessary and take appropriate precautions. Be gentle with yourself. Many people turn against themselves when they realize they've been gaslighting, blaming themselves for not recognizing it and breaking away sooner. Keep in mind that this is kind of self-criticism is a common result of gaslighting. Try to let go of self-blame and acknowledge that gaslighters are very skilled at the art of manipulation. The most important thing you is that you recognize it and you will learn from this experience. Surround yourself with love. Nothing makes us more miserable than an abusive relationship, and nothing heals like loving relationships. Spend as much time as you can with the people who love and appreciate you. Talk with them about the doubts and fears that become part of your life through the gaslighting relationship. Allow them to validate your reality as you let go of constant self-doubt. Let these connections nourish you. Learn from your experience. After being on the receiving end of gaslighting, you're better equipped to recognize the warning signs. If your significant other was a gaslighter, be careful as you get into a new relationship. Educate yourself through books like this one by Dr. Stephanie Sarkis, whose writing helped me understand the scope of gaslighting, podcasts, and other resources so you can avoid likely gaslighters in the future. Finally, keep in mind that you may see everyone as a potential gaslighter for a while, and for good reason. The trauma of a gaslighting can lead to being once bitten, twice shy, and make you highly attuned to possible emotion manipulation. Remember that not every disagreeable behavior is a symptom of gaslighting. Instead, look for a pattern of behavior over time and in different settings. Balance caution on one hand with a willingness to trust yourself and your perceptions on the other. Consult with people you trust if you have any suspicion that you're in a relationship with a gaslighter, and by no means allow yourself to be isolated from other relationships. It's not easy to recover from gaslighting, but it's worth the work it takes as you learn to trust yourself again. And there we go, guys. That was a lot of information. A bunch. I told you guys. I apologize. I apologize about the triggering. I did not intentionally mean to do that, guys. I'm done. I'm done talking about it. But I was just trying to bring awareness out there and support for the people that have been through it, and let you guys know that you're not alone. That we're here for you, and we love you, and we just support you. And I hate that you have went through it, or still going through it, or have went through it sometime in your life. I hate that you had to go through that. Prayers for each and every one of you guys. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, but just know you're not alone. And I'm here to support each and every one of you guys, and I send my love and respect to you guys and my prayers. So I just want you guys to know that. I did not intentionally, I did not mean to intentionally. I just wanted to get that awareness out there. And unfortunately, there's going to be certain times that there's going to be certain topics that I talk about that could possibly be triggering. And I just want to say this ahead of time, which most of you guys know this. I don't intentionally mean to trigger anybody. I'm just trying to bring awareness out there and support, and let people know that they're not alone in this world, and that there is good people there for you. Mr. Michigan, why are you causing all kinds of ruckus? I'm going to time you out. You being ornery. Uh-huh. What's up, Cap and Gal? But I'm going to pull up the StreamYard for probably we'll say about 30 minutes. And y'all can come up here. And if you want to come up here and something to break the ice, kind of lift people's spirits, and make people laugh, that's perfectly fine, because that was a serious, and I didn't mean, like I said, I did not personally and intentionally mean to trigger anybody. It was not my intention at all. But I just want to let people know, there is help out there, that you're not alone in this world, and I support every one of you guys. I'm here for y'all, and I'm just trying to bring awareness and support out there to let you guys know, you're not alone, and that I love each and every one of you guys, and I'm here for you guys. If y'all need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. Oh, Lord, Mr. Michigan, you're on a roll, ain't you? Well, some people better come up here. Rebel Dumpling, some people better come up here and break the ice and get us to laugh for about 30 minutes. I'm only going to be on here till probably about 1 at the very latest. So it's 12:20 a.m. my time. So we got 40 minutes to break some ice. Well, about 35 minutes, because I always have to have 5 minutes to talk. About 35 minutes to break the ice and get people laughing. Daggone it. Hello, beautiful Mel. How are you?
Good morning, Becca. How are you, my darling?
Good. You look beautiful as always.
I don't feel I don't feel it. You know,
Listen, I just walked in and put on my face.
No, remember what I do? I just throw it in the air and then walk in underneath. Remember?
She's so.
Yeah. No. I've been listening from the beginning, and it's a really interesting subject, and I think it's important that you brought it up because I think it happens a lot online. I mean, it's happened to me. I'm sure everybody in your chat can relate to this subject quite a lot, and I think it is important that you bring it up, Becca, because, you know, you're using this platform to say, look, this kind of things are happening and it's okay to talk about it in this chat. in how, in ways and means in which you can resolve it.
Right. I mean, like I said, I've been through it and I didn't even know what it meant. Like I've been through childhood trauma. I have
Right.
PTSD real bad. I have adult PTSD and childhood PTSD. But like they were saying, gaslighting it just has been around for years, but they just recently kind of started talking about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like to me, like my sperm donor per se, which that's technically what it is, he was very narcissistic, very controlling. And I was like, okay, well, I know about the narcissistic behavior, but there's something else to go with it. And come to find out, the more that I learn about it, it was narcissistic and gaslighting. And I'm like,
Right.
you got to be kidding me. So, I mean, from a childhood, it sucks. I mean, it truly sucks. It makes you question your own person. It makes you like it. You know what I mean? It sucks very bad. It sucks, but there's
What?
ways to heal.
Right. I mean, it's the manipulation part of it all because, like I said, recently it happened to me, and I was like, "What the hell?" I didn't quite understand where it all was coming from, and it is. It's a manipulation tactic, and when it obviously it's different in different forms, right? So you're talking about ones from a relationship,
Right, right.
um,
There's
right?
different
So
forms, right? Like
yeah,
I
there's
was
different.
covering. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so the relationship one, that's kind of like I think a form of control. The relationship one, when, because obviously I listened to everything that you said, and it's a form of control in a relationship, the gaslighting, because like you said, people stop doubting their own self. Did I say that? Did I do that? Is that what, you know? So gaslighting has been around forever. People do that,
But
and
I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know. And people were like, well, you should talk about it. And I'm like, well, what is that? I didn't even know what it meant. And I was like, I feel like an idiot because I really didn't know what it meant. But
I
now I'm learning too.
well,
I had
listen,
no idea.
I've seen various forms of
Hey,
gaslighting.
Mr. Michigan,
What's up, y'all?
Hello,
you
nice to
better be
meet
good.
you.
Nice to meet you. I'll be good. I'll behave. I don't want to be put in timeout no more.
You better be good.
Was Rebel messing around earlier in the chat, putting people in a timeout? Because I was like, I can't see that person. I can't see that person.
I didn't even see what was going on because when I'm reading, I can't see my YouTube. And it
Yeah,
only
that's what I
shows on
said.
YouTube. It don't show on StreamYard chat. And I was like, what in the world's going on?
No, I couldn't understand it. I was like, why can I not see that person?
It was me.
You was getting in trouble. You was in
Yeah,
the timeout zone. You was getting in the corner.
I'm a bad boy.
You getting that top hat in the corner.
My dunce hat. Oh well.
Oh Lord.
I'll be nice. Now, like I said, this it hit home, but I've moved on from that.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, like, and there's I mean, I know, and I hate to trigger anybody. I know some people
Yeah.
had to leave, which I completely understand. It wasn't my intention. I really wasn't trying to intentionally trigger anybody,
Yeah, I
truly,
mean,
because I love everybody.
it
And
was
I'm
a good
just,
thing to do. I mean, because it gets awareness out there, and people may not know they're being gaslighted though.
right? Because, like I said, I didn't even know what it meant until some people said, "Hey, you need to talk about it." And I'm like, "Well, what is it even? I don't even know what it is." You know what I'm saying?
Or Mr. Michigan, it could even people doing it and not realizing that they're doing it.
Yeah,
Could even
well,
be like
yeah,
that.
that's true.
Mm. I mean, I've seen people gaslight chats. Now,
Mm.
what does that mean from what I've seen? It
Right.
means, so in my opinion, when I've seen
Right.
people gaslight chat, it's because they seek some form of attention.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Right. Manipulation. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
mine
Control.
was like mind control basically, and
Right.
manipulation like that, and stuff, like I've said before, but you just
But I mean, like I said, you can heal from it. But if you, like I said, I have PTSD trauma from a child. So I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, I'm still healing from that. And I also have PTSD from an adult. So I've had my PTSD my whole life. And I mean, this is my opinion though, but I think gaslighting could be a form of PTSD because it says I mean, what I read, it says something about like psychological trauma. So I mean, the way that I took it, it could be a form of PTSD. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or
Well,
depression.
I think it could be a cause of, somebody by gaslighting, they could cause PTSD.
Yeah, trauma.
Yeah.
Right. Because it messes with them.
Right.
Right. And not and it's not their fault. That's why in the little quote that I did today, hold on, let me pull it up here. And I'll just go over it. Let me see. Give me just a second. Where am I? Hold on. I'm over here. Let's see. I want to show you guys. This is my community, and I'll show. Okay. All right. I will show you guys. This is and I'm just gonna let you guys know when I do my short videos. When I go over my quotes every day, because it'll show that I actually put them in my community page. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I put it in my community page. And this is the quote that I went over today. So someone once asked me how I hold my head up so high after all I've been through. I said, it's because of what I've been through that I am who I am, a survivor. I think that is awesome. I mean, because that covers, it could cover gaslighting, it could cover PTSD, it could cover depression, it could cover everything. And I think that is just an awesome thing. So anytime that I do a short video, I always put the quote that I go over, I always put in my community page. So that's what I say to anybody who wants to go in my community page. It's always there if anybody wants to look at it, or anything like that. So that's what I went through. That's what I shared today in my short video.
Yeah.
But I think that's huge because everybody is a survivor. Whatever they've been through, they're still standing. They're still survivors. And that means a lot. They're recovering and they're still surviving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're still healing. Because healing, as in the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. So it can take a long time to heal. But, at least you're in the process of healing. You know what I'm saying? It's better than beating yourself up and not healing at all. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, as the old saying goes.
But
So,
sometimes it could take your whole lifetime to heal.
No, yeah. But I mean, if you're at least in the process of healing, it's better than just beating yourself up 24/7. You know what I mean? You're trying. You are trying to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. This right here is why I hold my head high every day.
Hi, darling. How are you? It's good to see you. Mrs. Michigan. I can't never remember her name. Mrs. Michigan.
Camping gal.
I've seen her before.
Yep. But that's why I keep my head up every day.
Well, that's good. At least you got a good support system. Everybody,
Sure.
like I said, everybody needs a support system. Everybody. Look at her, and she's like, I got you. And tell him to put his little hat on so he can get back in the corner and he gets in trouble.
He's always there.
Yep.
Oh,
Always in the corner.
Oh. She's gonna put one of those. Make you a little. Y'all have to make you one when you get in trouble. Put one and then put your name on it.
She will. She does like that. What is it called? Crochet or something?
When you get in trouble. That'd be funny. But yeah, but I mean, like, it's, and like I said, I hate to trigger anybody because it makes me, and not intentionally, it just makes me feel bad. But I'm just trying to bring awareness out there. It's not intentionally. It's really not. It makes me feel really bad because it's like, some people are like, this, it's a lot. I'm glad you're talking about it. And it's a lot of information, but it's a lot. Like
what I mean? Said, though, you brought awareness to it that somebody may not know that that's happening,
Because they might, I hope and pray, Lord God, I hope and pray not, but they might be going through it right now. I hope and pray not, but I'm just saying.
That may make people take a step back and go, wait a minute, that's what's happening to me. I need to get out.
or I need to
A
seek help,
friendship
or whatever the case
yeah,
may
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Get out of the friendship, get out of the relationship or whatever, whatever it is, your
Right,
job,
or work, or what, like I said,
Yeah.
it's not just relationships. I mean, well, I mean, actual, like, intimate relationships. It's intimate
Yeah.
relationships, it's friendships, it's work, it's school.
Mhm.
I mean, I think it's
Your
everywhere. Like
family, your
yeah,
family can do it too. I mean,
that's what I said. My sperm donor.
mhm.
Mhm. Yeah. Long story short, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just relationships, it's everything, you know, everyday life, you know.
hmm And it sucks because, like, when I was going over, it says not everything could be gaslighting, but then, like, so you're always going to keep your guard up, thinking that's what it is, when
Yeah.
in all reality, it couldn't be that. They just, I mean, I don't. It's hard to explain, but you know what I'm saying. It said not everything could be gaslighting unless it's something that's constant. If it's constantly. If it's
Mhm.
constantly, it says something that it is gaslighting. If it's not as constantly, it's just manipulation. But is it manipulation and gaslighting pretty much the same
Yeah.
thing? It's kind of, I mean, it is kind of confusing and tricky how they explained it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like Dumpling said in chat earlier, you know, all these new how they word things nowadays, this generation's wording on everything is crazy. We called it totally different stuff back in the day, you know, upset, mad.
Well, that's what I said. And that's why I try to go over a couple of different pages just to kind of pull up different information to see if it's
Hmm.
similar to the same thing or if it's different things.
Yeah.
And some of it was similar, but then a lot of it was different. So I'm like, okay, well, so you seeing different point of views from whatever the websites were. So
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. But still, it's a very touchy subject. And like I said, it wasn't my intentional to trigger anybody. And I love everybody. So it wasn't intentionally at all. And I just want them to know that, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And also, like you said, if anybody did get triggered by that, please reach out and, for
right,
help, you
right,
know.
right. I mean, you could talk to me, you could talk to whoever you want to. I'm just saying, I'm here for each and every one of you guys. No
Yeah.
questions asked, and I'm not, and I don't tell a soul anything. So, y'all, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm here for each and every one of you guys. No, no problem. No judge whatsoever,
Yeah.
honey.
Definitely an important subject, though. I really think it was a super important subject that you covered. And like Mr. Michigan said, if anybody was sorry, I'm a bit blind, so
Yeah,
I had
that's
to
You
fine.
ain't got your girl. You ain't got your glasses. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
I got mine on, and all you can see is my computer. And
So it is a really, it's important to from both aspects, of whether you are being gaslighted or whether you may be gaslighting and not realize.
Right, and that's what I was saying. It's not just women. It can happen to
Mm,
anybody. I mean, to anybody. I mean, I'm not pinpoint nothing, but a lot of people say it just. I mean, and I'm a woman saying this, but you hear a lot of people saying, "Well, that stuff just happens to women." Well, I mean,
yeah.
I just read it. It happens to anybody.
Mhm.
But you made the perfect
Anybody.
example of
You
the Johnny
know,
Depp Amber Heard case. People that know
right?
me, they know I followed that every single day with note in note and paper. I was like pen and paper.
She's like,
And yeah, I was like a solicitor, you were a lawyer, as you say. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And she is an absolutely prime example of gaslighting with Johnny Depp. She was the prime example of what a gaslighter is. And she was a woman, you know? So
Mhm.
it's gender,
that's what
it
I'm
doesn't matter
saying.
what gender you
It's not no specific person. It's
are.
for everybody. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, it is for everybody. But I mean, I'm just saying, I hate that people have to go through it. That's what sucks about it.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what
Country
sucks.
Brother was saying in chat earlier. Men go through it too.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not no specific person, not no specific gender or gender. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like no sexuality, race. I mean, it's not no
Yeah.
specific anything. It's just in general. You
Did you
know.
say, did I hear you say, Becca, that you had the audio, but you weren't going to play it from Amber Heard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. That, that, if you listen to that audio, that is
I
clear
don't
as
know how
day.
long it is, but let me see. If it's massively long, I mean, if it's just a couple minutes, I'll play it. But if it's massively
No, it
long,
is massively long, but there are clips of it's massively long, but
yeah,
there
I've
are
watched a
clips.
little bit of it. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I know that in court there was hours and hours and hours of
oh
audio, but
Lord.
they are just clips of where there's one which is a real prime example, which is a short clip, if you've got it.
Let me see. If it's real long, I could turn it off. But let me see if I can find it, honey. Let's see. Where is it? Do 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 do. I know I'll. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it's massively long. Well, where is the audio?
Well, one of the ones that they played in court, it made me feel a certain kind of way because when you hear it and then you realize what Johnny Depp had to deal with, it really is quite disturbing what she was doing to him psychologically.
Okay, this is. They actually have it typed. I thought it was something you play, but it said here. I'll pull up the screen. That way you can read it. Because I don't want, I just like to share everything with everybody so people can see. I've always been like that, so y'all know this by now. Okay, it's right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it says, here is the audio where Amber Heard, I thought it had like a little play button, but it doesn't. It says, where Amber Heard mocks Johnny Depp for calling for help while she was abusing him. Trigger warning, guys. I'm just saying. She then loses her temper and fully admits to abusing him, proceeds to shame him again. Typical abuser behavior. That's what it says. See, isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
and
Absolutely.
like we've said before, and I mean, I think we've all said it many a times. Trigger warning. Abuse
Right,
doesn't
right.
it abuse isn't physical all the time. Mental abuse is just as bad. You
Mhm.
know, like they say, words cut deep.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That's why I always say you don't never know what somebody's going through. So just be kind because
Hmm.
you honestly do not know. They might look normal. I mean, I'm not just saying what I'm saying, like, don't judge a book by their cover because
Yeah.
you physically don't know what somebody's going through on here, or they might have like a physical disability that you just can't see. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you don't know what they're going through. So you
Mhm.
always just be kind to somebody. It doesn't hurt to be kind and nice to somebody, not one bit. It
I've
doesn't
stood
hurt at all.
I've stood up for many people that were being like verbally abused, and people talking about their appearance or their this or that the other, but they don't know their story. you
Right.
know if you know their story, you would not be talking the way you are about them.
Exactly.
you know
Exactly. Because some
and
people, I mean, like there's some people's stories are bad. I mean, like we'd be here all night.
oh
Y'all be
yeah, yeah, yeah,
traumatized. I mean, there'd be a lot of story. I mean, I'm just saying mine, for example. I'm sure there's a bunch of stories from people that we would all be traumatized. It would be very bad. I mean, my story in particular, I'm just saying, it
yeah,
is rough. So people have no idea. Like a lot of people say, well, you suffer with this, 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 and this, and you don't seem like somebody that suffers that. And I'm like, y'all have no idea.
yeah.
Just be kind. Just be kind. Just because I don't let it, it bothers me. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like to show it because I try to be positive because I don't want to put anybody else down. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm trying to be the positive
Uplifting.
in people's lives. See,
Up,
even when I go to the grocery store in person, I always smile at people, and they
uplift
smile right
everybody.
back at me.
Is what
I
I
mean,
always say.
Right.
you know, so I
Right.
just
I'm
don't.
gonna I'm gonna have to say goodbye to everybody, but I want to thank you, Becca, for bringing
want-
up this subject
Mhm.
and for making people aware and and people can talk and people can reach out. So I'd like to thank you for that. Nice meeting
Yeah.
you, Mr. Michigan, and your
Nice
lovely
meeting you too.
wife. And
I know she's right there in the corner.
I've seen you a lot, several times, but I've never got to talk to you. So it was
well,
nice meeting you.
hello there. It's really lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
And Becca, as always,
I love. I ain't got no nails down. They fell off. But, hey, it's still kind of back. I try. I can't do it. Here we go. Hey, I did it. Yay. Yay.
Love you, darling. You really are quite.
I
You're
love
a
you.
beautiful person. So, mwah,
Love
mwah.
you. Love you. Love you. Well,
Love you.
it's like 4 o'clock in the morning at your house or 5 o'clock.
I don't know what time it is. I think I couldn't sleep very well. It's no, it's nearly 6 a.m.
Oh, only nearly 6 a.m. You're sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usual. You know me, Becca, a bit of an
I
insomnia,
know.
so. All right, love you. And
Love you,
speak
honey.
soon.
Love
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
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 See ya.
Bye.
Oh, Lord. She's a mess. I love her, though. She's so sweet. Now you've met
Yeah.
the famous male.
Yeah. Like I said, I've seen her, many times.
Oh, yeah. She's very
And,
famous.
I just never had got the chance to say hey. So
Yes.
no, I thought I'd just pop up and say sorry about messing up your chat.
I got to give you a hard time. Hey,
we,
you
we
at
were
least
having
you
fun.
got people laughing. That's and
Yeah.
kind of cut the.
Yeah.
It's good that people can come in there and still kind of, get the information, but still be able to kind of break the ice if it does get kind of tense. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
kind of what I was trying to do.
Not intent. Like I said, I wasn't intentionally not one bit. And Rebel's going in there giving you a hard time. So
I know.
it was
He
all
always gives
good.
me a hard time.
It was all good.
Yep. And Rebel, I was not mad one bit. I was laughing. Oh my gosh, I about fell out of the chair.
Your mom probably had to hold you up.
No, she's laughing at me. She's like, "You deserve it."
You got in the corner.
Like I said before, don't put me in timeout. Just send me to bed.
Summer Thunder said, if anything in the world you can be is be kind. Exactly. That's exactly right. Like, it don't cost nothing to be kind to one another. Not one bit.
To me, I think it takes more energy to be mean to somebody than it does to be kind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
It's not that hard to say, "Hey, how are you today?"
Or even if you don't say anything, just smiling at them or holding the door for them or just a nice gesture or waving or it's not that hard to
I think I heard somewhere a long, long time ago, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
Mm-hmm. And they always say laughter is the best medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said we could come up here and have a couple laughs that could break the ice more. And y'all was breaking the ice in chat. So it's all good.
So the best medicine for me is laughter and music.
Hey, I like we like our music, Mr. Michigan. And and these haters on Friday night, well, they'll just get over it because they ain't stopping us.
Don't even pay attention to them. Well, hold on just a second. Chrissy, what was it your mom said? Just give it a minute. Yeah. When things go wrong, just give it a minute.
Well, that's what I said. That's why Rebel always goes in there. He's like, give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back.
Be right back. Jeopardy theme song.
Give me a minute. Yeah. So, but I appreciate you coming up here. And that's what I said. You just going to be one of those little troublemaker type children. You're going to be under my wing, and I'm going to have to make sure that you're not in trouble.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I got thick skin, so.
And then Rebel's going to be, now, don't you going to be in timeout. Go get in the corner.
Well, that's like Ghost Devil said right there. You don't have to be kind to the crappy people. That's the only people I've ever been crappy to is if they've been crappy to me first. Yeah,
and I did this a couple weeks ago. The golden rule. I know you know what that is. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If somebody and somebody, just like you just said, do unto others as you like do unto you.
Exactly.
If you're going to treat somebody like crap, or say, if you're going to treat me like crap or treat you like, I'm just using that as an example because we're both on the screen. If you treat me like crap, you really don't think that it's okay for me to not treat you like crap? I'm not going to, but I'm just saying as an example.
Yeah, I treat everyone with respect until you disrespect me, and then I'm coming for you.
Exactly. That's how it's. You think that, and a lot of people, what is it, like a doormat, because they only take so much because they're nice people, but these people are so mean to, kind of like gaslighting in a way. You take so much, and then that person starts believing what that person is saying, and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been
it
walked
shouldn't
on
be like
several
that.
times in my life, and it ain't happening no more.
Mm-mm.
So
Nope, nope. You strong. You got this, and you got
exactly.
a beautiful wife. She says, mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, she does. Puts
And
me
then
in
you
my
have your
place
beautiful
every day.
daughter too, and she's
Yeah.
probably like, "Dad, shut up."
Yeah. She's at that age now that she doesn't even care anymore. She's running with her friends.
She's what, 17 or 18?
17, almost
Okay,
18.
yeah,
Yeah.
but still, she's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. That's used to it before it was dad. Now it's
Eh.
just my dad.
I'm used to it now. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And
I think
my wife
I'm,
just said she eggs me on too. So, and my wife said that she says this all the time that she's a spitting image of me. So,
oh, your daughter is
yeah, she acts just like me every day. She's getting worse and worse. I mean, she's
worse and
getting nicer and nicer every day.
she's getting worse and worse. Oh, Juju said I get called bra.
Bruh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I get called bruh now.
You know
Yeah,
how many times I've heard bruh?
that's what they call me, and I'm like, I am not bruh. I'm your
Mhm.
mom
Yeah.
or mama. You know, bruh. I'm like, I am not your bruh.
First time I heard that, I go, "What did you say to me? What
It's
was
like,
that?"
what in the hell is
I haven't been
bruh?
called bruh since I was like 12. Here comes my daughter calling me that. I'm like, whoa, kind of hit you.
What in the world is a bruh?
Yeah.
Juju said, I'm so tired of it.
like
Oh,
Ghost Devil
Lord.
said, respect is earned.
Exactly.
Hmm. Amen to that.
Respect is earned, not given. Everyone is different, and everyone deals with things differently. That's what I'm
Hmm.
saying. You don't know what somebody's going through, so just be kind to one another. That's why I'm trying to teach. I mean, not teach, but that's what my stream is all about. It might be talking about mental health and awareness and stuff like that, but I'm trying to take the negative, because this was kind of triggering, and I know, and like I said, I'm still so sorry for those that got triggered. It wasn't my intention, but turn it into a positive to let people know that it is okay, but seek help. Get your advice, get the help that you need, talk to somebody, I mean, like, that's the positive part of it. Get the help that you need, talk to somebody, get it out, whatever you need to do. Just make sure that you get some kind of help, because you're not alone. You know what I mean? But the world is such an evil place. Just if we could just be the good in this evil place, because it's getting, I know this is not a word, but it's getting worse and worse. I know it's not a word,
Worse
but I'm
and
just
worse.
saying
Yeah.
it's getting worse and worse every day.
Hey,
If we could
we're
just
all rednecks. We use those words.
well, I'm just saying, I'm not medically what I'm,
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's getting worse and worse every day.
Hmm.
If we could just be, even though this stream is just a little stream, if we could just be the good in this evil world we live in, just to show change and say, hey, it's okay, to be positive, whatever you go through, just try to be positive about it. That's what it's all about to me. That's what my stream's all about. Show support, motivation, encouragement, mental health, awareness, and well-being. And positivity. That's what my channel's all about. So,
Yeah.
and people, and like I always, when I do my short videos, I'm like, remember to support one another, lift each other up, and be there for one another. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And like the other day, this is an example of kindness. And I was almost to the door, but I wasn't there yet. We were going out to eat,
right.
and there was a veteran walking toward us using a walker, and his wife was holding his arm, kind of helping him, holding him up. And I was heading through the door to open the door for him, and it surprised me because there was a young man and his wife and kid that was sitting we were at Cracker Barrel, and they were sitting in the rocking chairs. and he got up out of his rocking chair and walked over and opened the door. And that surprised me because young kids or younger people usually don't do that.
They ain't really been,
So-
I mean, like, no offense, but they haven't really been taught, or they have been taught, they just forgot, or they act,
So-
you know what I mean? Like they're too
So
good,
when he
you know.
when he opened the first door, my wife was a little bit ahead of me, and she goes, "Let me get the other door." So she held the other door for him, and as he was walking in, I said, "Thanks for your service." And then the young gentleman that held the door for him, I told that guy, "Thank you for doing that."
Right. It's just little acts of kind, and that and what's to say that young gentleman that went to open the door, what's to say that, I mean, y'all don't know what people go through. I mean, they could go through that child, or I mean, whatever, that they could go to a home that's not good. I mean, I'm just saying as an example. I'm hoping so, but they could go to a home that's not good, and you might have just made their day. You don't know what somebody's going through. You really have no idea. And the way this world is, I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just saying the way the world's going, I'm just saying, as in thinking outside the box, you might have just made that person's day, or that boy's day, when he might have went home. He might live in hell. I mean, you don't know. So
Well, like I said, whenever he did that, when he got up out of his seat and walked over and held that door open for that gentleman, it put a smile on my face.
exactly.
To know that there's still good in this world. We just got to, open our eyes and see it.
Exactly. And people, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying, to let people know that it's okay, but we'll get there. But with y'all's help, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I just want, because a lot of people's told me, and you've been on, I guess, I mean, a lot of you guys have been on YouTube for a while. And so, and a lot of people have told me they haven't found a stream like mine, which, like I said, I'm not patting myself on the back or nothing. I'm not like that, but they haven't found no stream like mine. But like I said, if there is any stream like mine, let me know, because I'll go support them. But
I haven't seen anybody cover stuff like you do. I mean,
I went digging. I haven't found anything.
Now, there may be people that say stuff in their streams, but not one that focuses on things like this.
Right, specific, like just genders, like or whatever it's called, the topics that I just said.
Topics,
Because I've come across, like, before, when I first started my stream, which I think you was the first few when you right over when I started.
Yep.
And it was mainly mental health, and I just kind of branched out from mental health, just added a little bit more to it, but it's still the main focus is mental health. It's just like I said, added to it. But when I started my stream, there was only, when I typed in mental health, there was only counselors, doctors, and psychiatrists, and some military. That was it. I didn't see like people like me and you that suffer. I didn't see anything like that. Nothing. And I was like, okay, well then I'm gonna be something different, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, like you said, a lot of the people in here have been through something like this, and it may help them in their healing process.
Right, and that's what it's all about: lifting each other up and supporting one another. I mean,
and also, like you said, if it does trigger you, take a step back for a few. Watch something else for a minute, and then come back. Or
that's what I said. It's not physically my intention, because trust me, I'll probably get triggered when I go off stream. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I try to be positive for you guys.
That's the thing, though. Anything that you watch on YouTube, TV, out and about, can trigger you.
Oh yeah.
Not just covering topics like this. I can watch something on a different channel or something, and it will be maybe triggering to me.
Right. So I'm not trying to laugh at you. Did you see what Rebel put?
Be a rebel in the world of Yankees. Who likes the Yankees?
He said, be a rebel in the world. I wasn't laughing at you. I was like, really?
No, I know you weren't laughing at me. 100% rebel.
He's crazy. Lost his mind.
That man, I'm telling you what, you got your hands full just like my wife does. You got 4 kids there.
I'm telling you, we got the Tyler, Trinity, Baby James, because I got
And
two
Rebel.
twins. They're almost 13, and then Baby James,
And
then
Rebel.
yeah, and 2 dogs.
If Rebel is anything like me, which I already know he is, he's probably the worst one out of all the 3 kids.
I'm telling you, and Tyler acts exactly like him.
Ah, yeah, we've seen it. Well, we haven't. We've seen it, but we
Right,
haven't seen
right.
the
But you
full
can
Tyler.
already
But yeah,
kind of tell.
yep.
And Trent, and exactly. Thank you, Ghost Devil. Tyler's going to be the next Rebel. Ain't that the truth?
And when he starts a page, then we'll go there too.
Like, we're just following, we're just starting, we're just following.
Yep. Oh yeah,
and
great.
Rebel said, "Yep." Oh Lord, and Rebel
He's
said, "I'm
grooming
grooming him right."
You got to teach him right, man.
And Hunter
Start 'em
said,
young.
"Poor Becca." Oh Lord, yeah,
Oh,
y'all
my
just say a
goodness.
prayer for me every day, just a little
Yep.
prayer that makes sure that Becca keeps her sanity.
That's why I told everybody in chat earlier, say a prayer for my wife. She's got to put up with this every day.
Oh Lord, I'm telling you, I'm surprised Rebel ain't come up here.
And then she put in the chat that I'm not even quiet when I'm sleeping. What kind of stuff is that? I tell you what.
I said, "I will tell you what for in a minute." What do you talk in your sleep or you snore?
I don't do either one.
Oh, well, she's not beside you, is she? She's saying,
No,
"I'll
she's
let
in the
you."
other room. I can say that now.
Oh, she's like,
She says I snore a lot, but I've recorded her many a times. See what I got to put up? Oh, I'll tell you this. Last night, I was laying in bed and getting ready to go. No, it was this morning. I went back and laid down, and I was reading. Famous Rebel had me thinking about famous people that I've met or known or whatever. I was thinking about the famous people from Indiana.
right.
And I was reading her all the different people, that, their little story that they had. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, how in the heck did she go back to sleep that fast? Crack me up.
Oh Lord.
Okay, Huntress, it wasn't bad.
Ghost Devil said, "Rebel family reactions get you all doing reaction videos."
Mm-hmm.
And Rebel said, "Good idea, Ghost." And Ghost Devil said, "You, Angel, and the kids doing reaction videos would be awesome." Oh Lord.
Yep, that would be cool.
Y'all be laughing. Y'all's signings out. Y'all be rolling in the floor. Oh.
Uh-huh.
She might not be beside you, but she's still listening. You get him, girl. Woohoo.
She's got ears.
You get him,
I'm
girl.
telling you what now.
Don't believe his story. See, she might be in the next room, but she could easily pull up her phone.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, that if you search that, I mean that's some pretty interesting stuff about, people that you may not have known that are from your state.
Right.
Like famous people. We had talked about it last night around the campfire, and we were naming off certain ones, but then I know Mama has yeah.
She's got eyes in the back of her head.
Oh yeah. I even tell my daughter that I've got them now. But we were talking about it around the campfire, and we were naming off certain ones, but I'm telling you what, there's a lot that I didn't know that were from here that, it's great. Johnny Appleseed. I didn't know that. I knew like Abraham Lincoln,
Right.
Larry Bird, Tony Stewart, things like that. There's Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon. He wasn't from here, but he lived here. Stuff like that. And it's just,
Look what Hunter said.
we adopted her.
She said they're my internet parents.
Like, how my wife said that she's got eyes and ears everywhere. I told my daughter, and I think I told Huntress this once, you can see a lot from a tree stand.
Oh Lord. Evie said Tony Stewart. Do you know
Yeah, Tony Stewart lives like used to live 2 counties over from me.
Cool.
If you look up his cat or his, we call it a cab mansion, I guess you would say, cabin mansion. I'm telling you what, it's beautiful.
Rebel
You can
said
look it up on
Tennessee.
YouTube.
Ernie Ford is from Bristol, Tennessee.
Or, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, Tony
No,
had to
no.
retire because he was too chunky to climb the fence when he
Tony, he
went.
moved on to faster things now. He's
Oh,
in Top Fuel drag racing now.
sorry about that, Summer Thunder. I didn't mean to click on your slide. Oh, well. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm telling you. I don't think there's anybody else in there. Is there any in Bristol, Virginia? Dave? I think it's just Bristol, Tennessee, I believe. I don't think there's any in Bristol, Virginia. I don't know. I don't know.
There was quite a few that, I was like, like I say, and do you know who Larry Bird is that played for the Celtics?
I don't think so.
He played basketball for the Boston Celtics, and he was president of the Indiana Pacers or whatever. He lived in French Lick, Indiana, or West Baden, which is the same area, and he does a lot here. They built a golf course. They rebuilt the hotel down there. It's really nice, but
Summer Thunder said, haha, you can see a lot from a tree stand.
yes, you can. It's like the eye in the sky.
What is it, like 19 feet up in the air or something crazy? I don't even know.
Yeah, you can make them however high you want.
No, I'm scared of heights. Nope, I'm good.
This is a couple for Rebel. Ultimate Warrior, the wrestler.
Ooh, cool.
He was from Indiana. I didn't know that. Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Mankind. What the ones he went by? He was from Indiana.
He said Jim Crockett, the guy who had the Crockett Cup in professional wrestling. I don't know who that is. Jim Crockett. Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, Mr. Michigan? I have no idea who that is.
No, I'm not sure. Did he go by a different name in wrestling, or?
I don't know. Oh, daggone it. Becca, the higher the better when hunting, unless you're bow hunting.
Yeah, I think I was usually only like 13, 14 feet.
Yeah, he said he knows who he said, yeah, I know Warrior was.
Yeah.
What state is Bristol? Is Bristol, Tennessee, or Bristol, Virginia in the United States? Go Steffel.
Yeah, that's
if you look at the map, Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia literally are twin states. They're literally touching each other. Like if we live in Bristol, Virginia, if you drive down the road, like 2 minutes, you're in Bristol, Tennessee. Like it's called the Twin Cities, Bristol, Tennessee, Bristol,
if
Virginia.
You know exactly where the line is, if you know exactly where the invisible line is, you can put 1 foot in Tennessee and 1 foot in Virginia.
It's called Downtown State Street. You got 1 foot right here, it's Tennessee. 1 foot right here is Virginia. Yep. And they got little itty, I mean, like you drive by them all the time and don't pay attention, but they're little itty bitty plaques in the road, and it's got one. It's the plaque says Tennessee and the plaque says Virginia. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's just kind of interesting. It's like what? But it's called the Twin Cities, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why they're called the Twin Cities. Bristol, Tennessee, Bristol, Virginia. I mean, like they're really literally touching if you look at a map. Yeah.
Yeah, we got, I think it's tri-state around here.
Right on.
And it's Indiana, Illinois, and Kentucky.
Let's see if I can find it. The images of the let's see, where is it? It's in the middle of the road. Rebel probably could find it faster than I could, but it's like little plaques, and it's in the middle of the road.
Are they
Okay.
like the reflector
Here it
things?
is. Here it is. Wait, let me show you. This is what it is. It's in the, literally, if you're not paying attention, you really won't see it. I don't have the best. Do y'all see it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. It's not the best vision, but you got Virginia right here where my mouse is, and you
Mhm.
got Tennessee right here. And it's
Yep.
really this is the main street. That's one of our
Yeah. So if you straddle that with your feet,
yeah. Yeah, you're in two places
you're in
at one
two
time.
places. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. This might be a better picture. Yeah, there we go. You can see it a lot better right there.
Oh yeah, you can
You
see
got
that now.
Tennessee. You got Tennessee right here. And see our sign? Bristol,
Yeah,
Virginia, Tennessee.
Bristol.
Virginia's on this side. Tennessee's on this side. We live like driving wise, babe, like 2 minutes from that sign right there.
Yeah.
So literally like driving wise 2 minutes from that sign right there. We're literally like right on the line of Tennessee, right on the line. But
Like
yeah,
I told,
that's the divider right there. Yeah.
like I told Rebel, Bristol's
Hello,
on my
Miss
bucket
my
list.
duck. How are you? Good to see
The
you. Welcome. Welcome.
Bristol Motor Speedway is on my bucket list to go to.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if you ever come up here, you'll have to come up here and visit us. If you're in Bristol Motor Speedway, we're like, I think it's like
Yeah.
driving wise, like 10 minutes away, maybe
Yeah,
15.
I think
Give
that's
or
what he
take
said
traffic.
before.
It's not far. It ain't far at all. So that's what I say. If you ever go to Bristol Motor Speedway, we'll have to meet up
Yeah,
and hang out or something.
I'll
Yeah,
hit you guys
definitely.
up if I ever make it there.
Summer said I lived in Fairfax, Virginia, Becca, in Nova. I don't know where that is. Rebel probably knows where. I haven't done a lot of traveling. He used to be a truck driver, so he probably knows where that is. I have no clue.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've never been to Indiana. I've never been to Iowa. I've never been. The only honest to goodness in the world, the only states I've ever been into. I was born in South Carolina. I've been to let's see, I've lived in Tennessee. I was born in South Carolina. I've lived in Tennessee. I've lived in Virginia and West Virginia, and I've been to like drove through because when I was staying with my friends in West Virginia, they had to go to Rhode Island and pick up their son that got in trouble at a Christian camp. So they had to drive from West Virginia and whatever states are in between West Virginia to Rhode
Yeah.
Island. And we stopped in New York for a few minutes because I always wanted to see, kind of the just in New York, which is crazy. And we went to the Twin Towers I think it was either the day before or 2 days before it happened.
Yeah, yeah.
And they took me to the tip top and I looked out the things. But that was my but seriously, actually like living or actually being in states that I'm semi familiar with was Tennessee, South Carolina, Virginia, and I'm vaguely just a tiny bit familiar with West Virginia. That's it. So I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, I've
Hey,
been
Ritter.
all over.
Good
Like
to see you, brother.
the furthest west I've been is Texas, and I've been to Louisiana. I've been to Mississippi, Alabama, Florida several times, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri. Went through Arkansas to get to Tennessee,
Right.
or to Texas. I mean, but
Yeah, Rebel's been all over. The only place he hasn't been to, I think, is of course Hawaii, because you got to go through over the water. He said, if I have to fly or if I have to go in a boat, I'm not going.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah, we went to
Not
Myrtle Beach
Hawaii or
several years
Alaska.
ago.
He's been everywhere else, he said. Everywhere. Well, I mean, in the United States, let's put it that way. In the United States, because he said if he has to go on a boat or a ship or an airplane, he ain't going.
Yeah, and me and my daughter was talking the other day because one of my friends lives in Texas, and she was like, do you like know people that live all over the United States? And I was like, well, kind of, sort of. I mean, I actually have actual people that I've, you know, friends
Right.
with, or they've been family, married to family members or whatever, in Texas, in Florida, in Alabama, um, Kentucky, Michigan.
Rebel knows everybody. I shit you not, brother. He knows at least one or two people everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I'm like, how
Oh,
do you know these people? You should know nobody
yeah.
here.
Well,
He knows everybody. Jeez.
that's the way.
I'm like,
uh,
ah,
that's what brought up the conversation with my daughter. Is she's like, everywhere you go, you stop and talk to somebody. Do you know somebody everywhere? And I was like, well, I got friends all over the place. Was it Tennessee that we were? Yeah, we were in Tennessee, and I posted something on Facebook about being in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge or whatever. And a friend of mine that used to live here that now lives in Michigan, he sent me a text message and he's like, hey, we're in Tennessee too. And I'm like, she was like, seriously, Dad? We're all the way down in Tennessee and you know somebody that's down here?
You ran into a patient.
Oh, my wife ran into a patient of hers down there.
oh God, here he comes. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, here he comes, guys.
No, I'm in trouble now. See you guys later.
Nah.
He said, I'm leaving.
I'm out.
Yeah, I took when me and Becky first got together. I went to Greenville on the Tennessee side, and she didn't think I knew. But of course, at the truck stop down there where I took her, and hell, I knew everybody down there. Really,
No, he didn't. I was like, really? I'm staying in the car. You know too many people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like what I was saying about my daughter and I. If we go to the store, we'll be shopping around or something, and I'll see somebody and I'll start talking to them. 45 minutes later, I catch up to them, and they're like, "Where you been?" I was like, "Oh, I was just talking."
Yeah.
She's like, "You know somebody everywhere."
He does. I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm
I'll
like,
put it this way: whenever she was in school, back in grade school and stuff, every teacher she had, either my wife knew them or I knew them. And every time we'd go in, do the walkthrough to look at the rooms and, show them their classrooms and stuff, we'd talk to the teacher and she's like, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, her fifth grade
like you're not
teacher.
supposed to know them.
Yeah, her fifth grade teacher. We walked in there, and as soon as we walked around the corner, I was like, hey, how are you doing? She's like, oh, dear Lord. I worked with her and her dad, and I knew her mother from other places. And then I found out the guy she's married to, I bowled junior bowling with when I was a kid. So I know her husband too. And she was like, Dad, you know everyone.
Oh Lord.
see, and then I took her up north in Virginia, and I knew truck drivers there, but most of mine are truck drivers that I'm meeting. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, these kind of scare me. I mean, like, you try not, I mean, I'm not judging, but I mean, like, some of them are kind of scary looking. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm keeping my distance. You kind of scare me a little. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say
Well,
anything.
I don't know if you can see this hat that I'm wearing. You see how it says Manatac Lodge?
in
Yeah,
Canada,
Ontario, Canada. Yeah.
Um, I worked 28 years at Kroger, grocery store.
Right.
And there was a lady in there one day, and we just got to talking and, started talking about fishing and hunting and stuff like that. And she said, oh, we go to this cabins up there in Canada all the time. Well, then she come in one day and she said, you'll never guess what just happened. And I said, what? She goes, my son bought that place that we go to. And I was like, really? And she had on a hoodie that had the name of it on her hoodie. And I was like, that's a nice jacket. The next time she came in there, she brought me one of those jackets. and gave it
Wow.
to me. And I'm like, seriously? Well, then she gave me the hat and she gave me bracelets that they made. And she's like, seriously, if you ever want to go up there, hit me up. Brought me the brochure on how much it cost for, because it's on a lake and it has muskie and pike and stuff like that in it. And she's like, if you ever want to go up there and hunt or go up there and fish, she goes, hit me up. She goes, I'll see if we can work out a deal.
Cool.
So, yeah,
Heck yeah.
I even know people in Canada.
He said, I can even say I know people in Canada. Have you ever
Yep.
been to Canada?
I've never been there. You know what? My name says Mr. Michigan. I've never been to Michigan. Closest I've been is South Bend,
Damn.
and it's right on the border of it. But
Is it what I know we've asked you before, but your name, Mr. Michigan, came from what? Your favorite sports team? Is
yeah,
that what
Michigan
it was?
football.
Yeah, okay, that's
That's
what
what
I
it is.
thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I liked their basketball back when they had the Fab Five, but now it's kind of meh. Even though one of the Fab Five coaches them, but
Yeah, Rebel likes the 49ers football. And then I like basketball wise, and I know they're not really, he says they're for entertainment, but I really don't care. Who's the basketball team I like?
Harlem Globetrotters.
all right,
They're funny.
Rebel.
They just kind of lift my spirits. I think
Oh yeah, Harlem.
they're fun.
I don't think we still have it. We had a basketball that was signed by the Harlem Globetrotters.
I just think they're fun. They just make it entertaining. I mean, like it's not. I'm not really big massive on sports, but I just think they're just a lot of fun. They're just a lot of fun, So,
Mhm.
And this one down, Mr. Rebel over here got me into the 49ers football.
Yeah. Here's one for you, Rebel.
All right.
Since you're a 49ers fan, you probably know Jerry Rice.
Sure do.
I've got 2 of his rookie cards, like trading cards.
Damn.
I bought a jersey. I don't even, it was like a yard sale or something. It's a kid's jersey. It's a Jerry Rice jersey. My daughter came in here the other day wearing it. She said, can I wear this to school? And I was like, that fits you? And she's like, yeah. And I said, go ahead. So she wore my 49ers jersey to school.
Damn.
Yep.
Well,
Rift said, well, my name ain't Rift.
well, I know that. I can't remember what your name is. I know you told us
What's up, Rift?
before, but I can't remember. What's up, Rift? Your name is Rift to us. I know you told us. I can't remember, though. We still know you as Rift.
Did you buy another boat yet?
He's talking about, he said, did you hear what he said in chat? Babe, he said, oh, man, I was going to take Rebel and Angel with me to go see Tashi on my new boat.
Oh, bullshit. Nope. Sorry.
See, if he can't drive it, he ain't going.
I can swim, but I ain't swimming that damn much.
I started to say if Rift bought another boat, we could call him Captain Rift.
He said his name's y'all can just see his name in chat. I won't dox him, but you can see his name in chat. We're just gonna call you Rift.
Now I'm gonna call him Cable Guy.
Summer Thunder wants to know if you sell on eBay, Mr. Michigan.
No, I don't sell on eBay. Why, you wanting my Jerry Rice rookie card?
No, Summer Thunder was that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Summer Thunder wants it. This has been years ago. I looked through one of the, like a Beckett sports book or whatever, price guide, and that card alone was $125 just for that card. Yeah. And that's been probably 30 years ago when I looked that up.
Riff said, I can drive. You don't want me behind the wheel of a boat, but I'm telling you.
Becca,
as long as I can fish off
your
of
name
it.
would be that. Mo, did you see what she said? Well, my name is that. Just kidding. I didn't think your name would be that, but I mean, if it's your name, it's your name.
Becca, that's my name too.
Mine too. It's a small world.
Yeah.
How did you get?
Lord.
She just doxed me. I'm telling you.
But my name's not that. Mine is Moan.
Monica.
Monica.
Because every morning when I get up, my body's aching so bad I had to.
Oh,
My
Lord.
body yells at me every day. Like, get back in bed.
It's
Don't
like, no,
move.
5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. You're getting old. What was
5
it
more
that
minutes.
what was it? Catfish Cooley, or not Catfish. Cat Williams said you could tell you're getting on when you sit there and you're like, okay, I got, and he says he's trying to get out of bed and he's like, oh, hell no. He said, nope, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
Yeah. My saying is I'm like an old Buick. Takes me a long time to start up.
Yeah. But I don't say 5 minutes. I say like 30 minutes.
Like I said, when I worked at Kroger, I had to be there at 4 a.m, and I had to wake up and sit on the edge of the bed and go, oh, come on, start, move, get my, start rubbing my legs and be like, oh, get up, move. And they're like, no, I'm not waking up yet. Give me 5 more minutes.
Becca said, see, Becca Bailey said, see, Rebel, we have named twins, Monica.
Shit, I woke up one morning though and was rubbing my leg and I couldn't get no feeling out of it, man.
Yeah.
And come to find out I was rubbing Becca's leg, not mine.
She said, wrong leg.
I was like, babe, what are you doing?
When you said Catfish Cooley a while ago, that's his wife.
Oh, yeah, we love Catfish Cooley. That's our buddy. We've met him in person. He's awesome.
Isn't it like Monica or something like that?
I think that's what his
It's with a U
is.
instead of an O.
Yeah. When he come to the VFW, everybody thought I was his dad.
Well, the first time I ever seen you, I thought you were him. I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. When I saw you over on the other channel, I was like, what the heck?
So let me check my glasses. Yeah, because we was at the front door, and you know how like you had to get, you had to check wristbands and stuff, get the tickets and get the money and all that. Mm-hmm. Well, Tim was he was looking out the door, kind of checking the line, and they was like, "What's up, Catfish Cooley?" And he's like, "I'm not Catfish Cooley." And they're like, "Are you his dad?" And he's like, "No."
First of all, why would Catfish Cooley be taking bracelets and the money?
Right.
So then they was like, well, are you his dad? And he's like, no. Catfish Cooley's cool as shit. He's really cool. Really.
If we would have had the money, what was it? Friday, I think it was. Do you guys know who Zach Rushing is? The comedian. So. He does stuff.
Oh yeah.
He was in. He was down in Mitchell, Indiana, Friday night.
Oh really?
I think it was like $50 a ticket, $54 a ticket, or something like that. But that's where we were last night. We were down there at a campground that they have down there. So
yeah, I haven't heard. We have to look him up. Zach.
Yeah, look up Zach Rushing. He's funny. I'm telling you, you'll be laughing.
Look what Becca said.
Rebel thinking, my legs are so smooth.
I went to sleep and lost all my hair.
No, I was actually thinking, damn, I need to shave.
I knew that was coming. We are too much alike.
Hey, I have to tell Becca to shave because if she walks outside and the wind blows, you hear "Welcome to the Jungle." It whistles through them hairs so bad.
Oh, look, you made her mad now.
Don't you hide your face. Put your ass up here.
I always have to get a box of Band-Aids after I rub my wife's legs.
Box of Band-Aids.
She said, hey. I better
box
hush.
Of Band-Aids.
Hey, if I come up missing, y'all.
You said Band-Aids.
This will turn into a true crime show eventually.
Yeah, you'll be doing it.
You sure it's Band-Aids or not gauze?
Nah, I got like a whole semi-load of Band-Aids outside.
Oh.
Peroxide and Band-Aids, man.
Riff said, "Oh shit."
Riff, I'm telling you right now, truly, I'm afraid of her. She's got that little heart-shaped cast iron pan up there. She'll pop me.
I got some big cast iron. Well, you've seen my streams, Mr. Michigan.
Well,
I'm big cast iron skillet.
Our
I got a
biggest
little
cast
one.
iron skillet is 15 inches. I mean,
And
that's
that would hurt.
it,
That would
that's a
hurt.
big one.
That's what I'm saying. My stream would turn into like a huge true crime scene.
The crime scene.
She
We'd
would
be on
knock.
the crime scene network.
She would knock the mister off of Mr. Michigan.
I
Yeah,
am-
she would.
Damn.
It would be that's all it would be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Yeah, that'd be it. It'd be
Yep.
Mister, and then Michigan. 01 would be off. It'd just be M.
It'd be mush.
He said, Riff said that's what they do in SC. The frying pan is the weapon of choice.
Oh, heck. This has been several years ago. I think I might have said this before.
Oh,
The
Lord.
county below us, south of us, there was a lady that killed her or unalived her husband with a bowling ball. Yeah, he
Good
was sleeping on
Lord.
the couch and she bashed him in the head 3 times with it.
Golly, have mercy.
They say, they need more laws on pew-pews.
Mm-hmm.
They'll use anything. I'm telling you.
You make anything in a weapon. Anything. Mm-hmm.
So
I've
that-
got like 13 bowling balls laying around here. You don't think I sleep with one eye open?
So that's where you got the idea, huh, Becca?
He's like,
'Cause you're from South Carolina.
Yep, that's right. She
Bo-
just said that.
born in Greenville, South Carolina, at Greenville Memorial.
That's where that frying pan come from. She
That's
probably
a
brought that all the
Southern
way
thing,
with
I
her.
guess. Or that's a South Carolina thing, I guess. Pop you in the
Oh, my
head with a
goodness.
frying pan.
Yeah, because up
Yeah.
here it twitches.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. Oh, we're all in
My
trouble.
Lord, we're crazy.
We are.
What's this wee shit? You got a French mouse in your pocket?
Wee wee
She
wee
is.
wee 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 wee.
Now she's
Dumpling
gotta
up
pee.
here.
Don't
Oh,
do that. Dumpling will get ready to pee in a minute.
That's what I
if
said. Now
Dumpling
she's
was
got to
up here,
pee.
she'd probably fall out on the floor. She'd probably fall in her chair. Hey, Riff said it happened to my uncle.
Holy crap.
Lord have mercy.
Damn.
That's
Jeez.
messed up.
Good Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
Hey, to be honest, my brother, he come in drunk one night and started arguing with his old lady. She nailed his ass with a frying pan.
Mhm.
He said he woke up and all he seen was stars.
Yep.
I said, I bet you seen the bottom of that skillet on your forehead too.
Yeah. No shit. That's like, what was it? They said somebody got hit in the head with what was it? Basketball or volleyball or something, had Wilson across their forehead.
Good Lord. That's awfully hard hit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. On a different note, I sent Tashi 2 requests for Friday night. Have you received those yet?
I haven't checked the email.
Okay.
Let me have a look.
There's one song on there that I think that would be perfect for Becca. Not like a dedication from me, but it's almost like Rebel singing this song about Becca. As soon as I heard the lyrics, I'm like, oh my god, it goes along with your dancing and stuff like that.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Because I'm all over the place. Like I was doing the Carlton dance last night.
Well, I'm telling you what, you'll be bouncing right along with this one, and I think Tashi said she even listened to it, so it's upbeat. It's a pretty good song.
Well, I like I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's certain songs that I'm like, I don't know. Like if it don't have a like I mean, I mean, certain songs you can dance to, and certain songs I'm like, okay, well, I'll just sway because I don't really certain songs I don't know how to
Well,
dance to them.
I can guarantee you 100% you'll be bouncing to this one.
I'll be all over the place. I'll be
wife
losing all kinds of weight. I'll be
my
burning
wife
calories.
likes it, so and it's by Burn City, Burn Country. Never heard of it, but they're it's with Moonshine Bandits.
Is it a country song or a rock song or a dance song?
I would
Kind
say
of like a
country,
mixture.
but
It's like a mixture.
Yeah.
Oh.
New age country is what my wife.
They're like Moccasin Creek, honey.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of Moonshine Bandits.
Like the hip country, the hip hop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Big
Yeah,
Slow and
it's
FJ
good.
Outlaw and all them. Yeah.
I even had the people at the campground last night. He's got a one of those jukebox things that's like a work box or whatever that plays music. You can Bluetooth to it, and I Bluetoothed it, and they listened to it, and every one of them was like, "Oh my gosh, that's got a great beat," this, that,
Yeah, we like the great beat songs. Well, we like all kinds of music. So
I do
I'm
too.
just saying we like anything with a good beat. Anything.
Yeah, there was a guy down there last night that and like I told you guys before, we do the who sings it or what song is it,
Right.
kind of like a trivia game or whatever. And there was a guy down there that I think I'd met him like once before, and he was asking me, do you like this group? Do you like that group? And every one of them I was like, yep.
Riff was asking if we like some bluegrass. I like some bluegrass.
I like some bluegrass, yeah.
Babe, do you like some bluegrass?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I like old country, like the real, like Conway Twitty and Hank Williams, stuff like that.
Yeah. They're like kind of hick, like the real slang type country.
Tammy Wynette. Like
that? Yeah. Or some Loretta Lynn. That stuff's good too.
Reba.
Yeah. We like some bluegrass. He said, pick one out for me for Bonfire. Rebel. Did you see that? Riff said, pick him out a song, bluegrass for the Bonfire.
Yeah, like I said, I sent 2 in. I wanted Rebel just to kind of, if he wanted to listen to them or whatever, and just pick one of them. Now, one of them's like 8 minutes long, but I think everybody would like that one too. It's a remix, but I think everybody would enjoy it. It's another Moonshine Bandit upbeat, bebop bouncing around. So
yeah, all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Rift. Bam. Did you see that? I'll write it down. Lord, he ain't paying no attention. Hold on a minute, Rift. If I don't write it down, he'll forget. Hold on. I swear. Reba in concert. Ooh, I bet you that was good. I like Reba. She's awesome. Let me write it down.
We like Reba so much, we even watched the show that she was on TV.
Riff said, pick out any bluegrass song, right? Bluegrass.
I got it. I was listening to them songs Mr. Michigan picked out.
Did you get Riff down too?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We'll just if you play that song on Friday night, we'll see if everybody agrees that reminds them of Becca.
Which one? The first or second one?
The My.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
even my wife said that, I said, doesn't that sound like something that Rebel would be singing to Becca? And she said, absolutely.
Well, there you go.
So, that's my dedication to y'all.
To both of us. There you go. So that's what you need to write down. Mr. Michigan dedicated it to Rebel and Angel, or to both of us.
Your new theme song. There you go.
And Riff said anyone as long as it's bluegrass. So pick him out a good one.
Mr. Michigan, check out the group called Cadillac 3, Tennessee Mojo.
Cadillac 3. I'll have to write that one down.
Hold on a minute. If you don't think you'll get copyrighted, babe, I'll play a little bit of it.
Oh,
All right, hold on there.
I'm not monetized, so it don't really
Y'all
know.
hear it?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it. I can hear it, but I don't think they can.
You can't hear it through here. I can't hear it.
Yeah.
You said it's Cadillac 3, Tennessee Mojo.
Just pull it. I'll play it. I don't care. It's a song to close me out. So there you go. Just pep everybody's spirit. Why not?
Bring it on home. Yeah, and that's the funny thing. When you guys do the bonfires and stuff, and I type, the names of the songs in or whatever, a lot of times, and my wife goes, "How do you do it?" A lot of times, I can hear like the first couple of notes, bars of the song, and before they even start singing, and I'll tell her what the song is.
Right.
And a lot of people, a lot of the older people that used to be here, and some of the people that are still here is like, "Oh, he Googled it." And I'm like, I don't have time to Google it. When I type it in there, the song's not even started yet.
Right. You only just hear the few pieces.
But that's the thing.
Right.
Like I said, music is what heals my soul.
Right.
It's my thing. A lot of people are in movies or this or that, and music's what gets me through the day, basically.
Right. Me and Rebel love our music too. We really do. Truly.
And I've always said that when I was a kid, I didn't watch a whole lot of TV, because we were always outside or fishing or camping or whatever. But when I did, we were watching like MTV and recording that. Or on Friday nights, they had a thing on the radio where you could call in and request songs. We used to do that all the time.
Right.
And then record it on our cassette tapes. All right, here we go.
I ain't have headphones on, Miss Rift.
Looking that one up as soon as we get off here.
Well, you could have played the whole song. Everybody's like, you teased us. Riff's bobbing his head. He's like, oh, man.
Well, I'll tell you what I do a lot of times is on YouTube, I'll search a song. And when it gets done playing, the next song comes on, and I'll just listen to whatever is playing next. Or as I'm listening to the song, I'll scroll down and see what songs are listed on the recommended next. And I'll just pick one out from that and, go through it and listen to it. And if I don't like it, then I turn it off. But that's how I get a lot of my music and stuff nowadays, is just on YouTube.
My, no,
So
that's how he comes across a lot.
we got a thing in the car, you can Bluetooth your phone to, and it just, we can play whatever as we're driving,
My Summer Thunder, love you, honey. Thank you for coming by.
Good night.
Have a good night, darling.
So anyway, I'll let y'all go if you wanting to head out. So
Hold on.
Thank you
just
for
a
coming
minute.
up here and
he said,
you
hang
know.
on just a minute.
Oh, you good?
Boss man said, hold up. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't the boss man's page. It's the boss lady's page.
Now I'm going to show y'all something what got me into bluegrass.
Oh,
My grandmother could not read or write, but she could read the Bible, every word for word. She didn't learn in a school to play a guitar. She listened to this song right here, and this is how she played the guitar, and she was awesome. 83 years old, and she could pick a shit out of a guitar.
you mean a banjo?
Banjo, yeah. Sorry, banjo. Pull it up.
Hold on. Well, it's what? Okay.
There you go, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Now imagine an 83-year-old woman with a banjo.
Oh, yeah. Bringing back memories.
Yeah, I don't want to bring up no copyright, so.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here jamming.
Earl Scruggs.
Yep, Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs.
Just as long as you don't play no dueling banjos, we'll be all right.
Rich said, yes, sir. He said, it sounds like my granny. Look, babe. Sounds like his granny.
Yeah. But she couldn't. She learned on her own to play that banjo. She sat there and just listened to the music and started picking. And she picked it up.
And that's got to be a hard song. I mean, like, that's
Yeah.
fast. It's a fast song.
There's a lot of people that do that.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it wasn't that one.
Learn to play by ear.
I did. I played the wrong one for y'all. I'm sorry. She played that one, but the one she learned with was this one. My fault. I just now seen it.
Let's try that again. That was still a good song, though.
That was my fault.
No. There we go.
Here you go, Rift.
It's not playing nothing.
I started to say, if this is a song I think it is, it's awesome. I think my grandma may have had this album.
It's not playing nothing, babe.
Huh? I can close my eyes and see my granny sitting in her chair picking the shit out of it. I can even tell you what color chair she sat in, and that's been over 30 years ago. No, that's been over 45 years ago.
Can y'all hear it?
No, I can't. I can't hear
Hey,
it.
it's not playing nothing.
Really?
No, it didn't play it.
It wasn't playing nothing.
I know.
He's in there jamming. We can hear him.
He's jamming by himself.
It's like,
All right, here we go.
try again. Even
Now, I
your
can still-
sound.
All right.
Okay, try again.
Take a thumbs up if you hear it, Becca and Mr. Michigan.
Okay.
Triple Creek.
There you go, go, Riff.
Now you can't even see me. I was picking. Here, we'll do it. We'll do it small.
There ain't no way I can make my fingers go as fast as you do it.
No, there ain't no way.
How do you dance to that, Becky?
I try. Look at Riff. He's like,
Oh yeah, I know my bluegrass.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He was right. And Riff said barefoot.
Yeah, you have to
Yup.
go barefoot.
When we got more time, y'all have to ask my wife about the dream she had about the air guitar and the hell that I went through for a month because of a dream she had.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, I can only imagine.
How much was the air guitar that I bought? $1,300.
Damn.
Yeah,
You must have had a midlife crisis or something.
for an air guitar. How do you
Right.
buy an air guitar?
An air guitar is what you just sat there and played.
Yeah,
That's what I said. In her dream, you must have had a midlife crisis.
exactly.
It's
I must have
what
been
I'm
out of my
saying.
mind.
Yeah, because you paid $1,300 for this.
Hey, and right, like, it was what, 2 months after that all went down. I was on YouTube and it come up on my recommended videos. It was an air guitar contest, and I go, see, I could have made money with that air guitar you made me return. Women, I tell you.
She really had a dream that you paid $1,300 for an air guitar.
Hey, babe, come here.
Oh,
You gotta tell
Lord.
Becky real quick. Hurry. Oh, she said I'm gonna make her mad again.
She did not.
Hey, y'all got an extra room I can stay all night?
We
You
got a
have to
cat.
come to the Bristol Motor Speedway.
I just drive the camper on down to Bristol.
Because he said
Yes,
he
she
always
did.
wanted to go.
She had a dream that I bought an air guitar.
Oh my God.
Made her mad. Oh my Lord.
Tell her I love her. I wasn't mad at her. Tell her I love her.
No, she knows.
Gotta keep you in check.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
She's
guys,
like
listen,
me.
I'm gonna come down and let Becca do her thing, so because it's
Yeah.
almost 2:00,
Oh yeah.
and I need somebody to rub my back when I go to sleep.
Hey, can you come over here?
He said I need
There
a
you
back.
go.
Where's BH? We all need massages. Come on now.
BH. Hey, I do need to talk to BH.
All right,
Just said
guys.
I'm on the couch myself.
I'm gonna hop down also so you can say your goodbyes.
All right. Thank you,
All right.
Mr. Michigan.
Thanks for having me up.
coming.
You good,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Michigan. Love you,
See
brother.
everybody in chat next time.
All right. See you, brother.
Later.
Babe, have a good one. You do your thing. I'm gonna jump off here and watch the end of it.
All right.
Everybody in chat, have a good one. Remember, the contest ends Wednesday, midnight. And that lady sitting right there on your channel is the one that's going to be doing it. So get your bid in for the tattoo auction. Highest bid gets to pick my next tattoo.
And I get to do it.
And right now, the highest bid is $25. So y'all come on, bid on it. Love y'all. See you soon.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. It means so much to me. Like I said, I'm sorry if I triggered anybody. It wasn't my intention. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm just trying to bring awareness and support out there for each one. And I know there might be other times that I talk about certain things that be triggering. I'm just letting you guys know, I love each and every one of you guys. I'm here for each and every one of you guys. Just know that you're not alone and you're loved and you're survivors. You're survivors. You have been through it. And if you by chance I hope you're not going through, but if by chance you are going through anything like that, please seek help. Please reach out and talk to somebody. Please. That's my advice to you as somebody that cares and loves you as who you are. And so y'all have a wonderful night. And thank you so much for coming in here and supporting me and love me and loving on me. And you know what I mean? I appreciate it so much. And if y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all hit that subscribe and hit that like. And, hit that share button. And I'm going live tomorrow night, my normal nights. Going live tomorrow night around about the same time. And we're going to talk about positive affirmations, like positive affirmations tomorrow night. So it kind of lifts us up. But y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And remember, watch my short videos, and y'all hit a like and watch them for me. And y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. I love each and every one of you guys, and y'all just take care. Remember, lift each other up, be there for one another, and support one another, and be kind to one another, because you don't know what somebody's going through. Okay. Virtual hugs. I love you guys, and y'all have a wonderful night.